All right. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And now y'all know I can count to at least 12. Look at that. Your boy Neo, every single day he's growing and glowing. Look at that. Look at that, y'all. But what's going on, people? Can you all see me? Most importantly, can you all hear me? What's going on, people? What's happening? Test, 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 test. All right. As always, what do when we start the stream? We just pop that chat out. Gonna drag this bad boy right over here. Just leave that right there. Okay. I'm seeing some of the comments come through. Welcome. What's going on, y'all? Oh, damn, y'all was in here early tonight. Look at that. Shout out to Ghost Fixter. We got the homie Asbel Lance 100. I'm happy you're here early, Asbel, because we got a lot of tales to discuss, my friend. We got Reed 94 early stream tonight, huh? Yeah, you know, I'm kind of experimenting a little bit on when I do the Ask Neos, because I know I got a lot of people who live in different countries and different time zones. So I want to try to schedule these at different times. Normally I go live around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which that translates to I think 12 p.m. in the UK. Well, 12 a.m. in the UK, and then if you live in other countries, probably even later. But yeah, I decided to go live half an hour earlier today. So we'll just see what this does for people. You know what I'm saying? If we see a couple of the homies in the chat. But yeah, Saturday evenings are definitely the wave thus far. You guys really seem to enjoy that and get a lot of homies in the chat. All right, let's see who else we got in here. Let's see, we got the homie Flame in the chat. We got 3D Aces. Oh, y'all was having a whole conversation about games. Look at that. You love to see it, man. That's what it's all about. We got Dimwit Monkey in the chat. Pee pee poo poo. Hey y'all. Well, that's one intro, if there ever was one for the Dimwit Monkey. We got Aaron in the chat. What's going on, bro? We got Sir Scrubtastic. I like that name. I like that name a lot. This ought to entertain me for the rest of my shift. Nice. Well, if it's as chaotic as some of the last streams we've been doing, you might be in for some good entertainment, bro. We'll see. The jury's still out. It's still it's still early, as the kids say. Oh, we got Issa Name in the chat. Any of y'all try out Deathloop yet? I have not tried out Deathloop. I haven't even bought Deathloop yet. There's just way too many games to play at the moment, and I can't justify dropping 70 bones on a game that I know I probably won't play for a minute. Let's see who else we got in here. We got Rescue Squad. What up, Rescue Squad? We got Chocolate Asylum. Look at that. Sir Scrub sounds like he's prepping for Five Nights at Freddy's in real life. Oh, damn. Yeah, he definitely sounds like it. Better be careful, man. Hey, Chris, what's going on, bro? We got NKDN. What's up, NKDN? How you been, man? We got Patricio Montemayor. I hope that's how you pronounce it. I know if it was a certain kind of person over here in the States, they'd be like Monty Mayor. First question, who are you and why are you on my feed? Oh wait, I don't care. Oh wow, I appreciate that then. If this is your first stream, welcome. Oh, we got the homie Pierre in the chat. What's up, Pierre? Corey Gryffindor, I know you saw that Kingdom Hearts Robot Chicken bit, bro. That thing was so fucking incredible, man. We'll talk about that a little bit. Hey, Snorlax, what's up, bro? What's up? Let's see. We got Mickey in the chat. Hey, right back to you, Mickey. How you been, bro? It's been a minute. Let's see who we got. We got James Lewis. What's up, dude? We got Alex. What's up, bro? J Mac. We got alias BT. I know we probably discussed this before. I'd probably mispronounce your name, but it's almost midnight here. Yeah, almost midnight over there. It's currently 6:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's see who else we got. We got E-Man Animates. Whoops, sorry I'm late. Oh, you ain't even late, bro. We literally just started not even 4 minutes ago. So you're right on time, man. If you still see me doing the shout outs of everybody's names, you on time. Let's see. Oh, we already had 2 super chats. So we got a $5 super chat coming in from the homie Flame. Well. Neo was playing Lost Judgment. I had no idea. No idea whatsoever. Couldn't find a single hint, even on stream. Yes. So for those who haven't checked it out yet, I was gifted the opportunity to play Lost Judgment early. Sega hit me up a few weeks back and they said, "Are you interested in checking out the game?" I said, "Abso-freaking-lutely." So, you know, over the past couple days, I've been playing through Lost Judgment. I've only put around 10 hours or so in. I'm closing in on the end of chapter 4 now. But, you know, just with the nature of everything in life, I haven't been able to know life it like I wanted to. But I did want to do a first impressions video. So if you guys do want to check it out, it's the last video I uploaded, and it is spoiler free. So there's going to be no type of inklings of spoilers, nothing about the story to that degree. I mean, I dropped some tidbits about the story, but if you've watched any of the trailers, you know that stuff already. And it's just a general understanding of what you should know about the story going into it. It deals with really sensitive subject matter, so that's why I mentioned it. But yeah, you know, I'm still going through it right now. In addition to Tales of Arise, I've been having a lot more fun with Tales of Arise, considering, you know, it's just snappier and it just goes at a faster pace. The thing about the Yakuza games, like, I love them to death. Y'all know this, but man, you got to be in the right mindset to play them, because them cutscenes, while fantastic and the story is great, they just be taking you out of the experience, man. Like, you just be sitting there for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes watching a cutscene. And I have no problem with that if I'm in the mood for it. But sometimes you just want to play a game and you want to go. And Tales of Arise, that's the game for me. I'm getting close to 10 hours into Tales of Arise, and I've had it for less time than Lost Judgment, which is, I mean, the cutscenes alone in Lost Judgment, that's all I can say. But other than that, I mean, that's just the general complaint with all the recent Yakuza games. The older games in the series weren't really like that. The cutscene length weren't as long, but I think around like Yakuza 5, they just started going buck wild with them cutscenes, man. And then Yakuza 0 and Like a Dragon has like 20 hours of cutscenes. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely insane, but they're great games. We have a $5 super chat coming in from Blue Senshi 19. Appreciate it, bro. Started watching Ranma on Funimation, and it's a damn good show. And I bought the manga, hard pass on Deathloop, halfway through 2021. Yeah, Ranma 1/2 is dope, dude. Ranma 1/2 is literally, my sister described it as anime Looney Tunes. Like, there's not really a story in the Ranma anime. It's literally just, hear all the hijinks, jump on board with this episode. And that's why I love it so much. And it's great, dude. It's seriously awesome. I need to sit down and read the manga just to see what Rumiko's original vision was versus the show. And as far as Deathloop goes, yeah, I mean, I got no issues with Deathloop. I think it looks like a fun game, but it's just, there's way too many games in my backlog right now. Current backlog, you know, Tales of Arise, Lost Judgment. I still have to finish up Psychonauts 2. Like, I have like 4 hours left of that game, and there's just so many other games, bro. But thankfully, as weird as this sounds, we're going to be going into a dry spell. There's not going to be too many single player games coming out. It's just all multiplayer stuff. So you got like Battlefield, Halo, Call of Duty, things like that. So that's good for me, because all those games, they have campaigns. Well, Battlefield doesn't have a campaign. Well, I don't care about that. Halo's campaign ain't going to be like 50 hours long. So I'm actually glad that it's going to be primarily multiplayer games this fall season. Because we just needed a break, man. We had back-to-back Resident Evil, Ratchet & Clank, Returnal. We had a shit ton of stuff, man. And then we had, what did we have in the summer? We had Ascent, Great Ace Attorney, Neo The World Ends With You. And I still got to go through Neo The World Ends With You. It's just, dude, so many fucking games. If you're a fan of Japanese games, it's been a very good year. Love you, Neo. Been sub for 9 years. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. That's one thing I do love about our little community, man. Like, some of y'all I might have only known for 9 minutes. Some of y'all I've known for 9 years, 10 years, 11 years. It's crazy. And that's what I love. We just chilling, man. We just chilling. It's just good people. Good people in our community. So as usual with most of these Ask Neos, you guys, there's no real form or fashion to it, because it's not like a live podcast where we discuss topics. I just scroll and blast any of the questions that seem interesting. If it's something that I've already discussed, I'll refer y'all to a video. But other than that, everything is fair game. So yeah, let's just have a fun night, everyone. Have a fun night. Let's see. Oh, yes, just to add clarity to that, Asbel, there was a Kingdom Hearts Robot Chicken sketch. I didn't know it was a thing until someone uploaded it on Twitter. But yeah, just go type in Kingdom Hearts Robot Chicken on YouTube, dude. It's so fucking hilarious, man. They nailed it to a T, man. It's dude, I cannot speak highly enough about that clip than I already have. It's so good. It's so good. It's cuffing season. Warner Brothers, Ubisoft, or Sega. If we're talking about Microsoft acquisitions, because I assume that's what you're referring to, honestly, I don't need them to buy any of them. I'm just gonna be real. Like, listen, it's fun to speculate on acquisitions. I get it, but none of those acquisitions, in my honest opinion, are really gonna benefit Xbox because all of those games from those companies are already on Xbox. So the only difference would be, okay, they're gonna be on Game Pass, which if you're a Game Pass owner, that's cool. But for me, it's like, I think Xbox, what's really going to start selling Game Pass is just the quality of the games going forward rather than, hey, we bought this studio. You get what I'm saying? So like with Sega, for example, Microsoft does not need to buy Sega. They don't. Like, because Xbox, it's never going to be a big deal in Japan. I don't care what people say. What they need to do is just make deals with Sega like they did for Yakuza. Just to be like, hey, we'll give you X amount of money, port all the Persona games, day one Game Pass. That's how you do it. You don't need to buy the cow to get the milk. Let's see. Oh, appreciate you taking care of that dimwit monkey. I was just about to do that. And we got a $4.99 super chat coming in from the homie John McKinney. Unpopular opinion. I like The Dark Knight, but I find it to be overrated. I find Batman Begins to be superior, but that's just me. You're not alone in that, man. I mean, I'm a firm believer. I actually liked Batman Begins more as a Batman movie than The Dark Knight. But if I had to pick between the two on which one I would watch over and over again, it'd have to be The Dark Knight, man. Like, I know some quotes from Batman Begins, but The Dark Knight and just what that movie did and what it continues to do to this day, dude. It's just, for me, it's no contest. The Dark Knight's better than Batman Begins. But I love what Batman Begins did in terms of setting things up. You know? But they're still both really fucking good movies, man. I need to buy them in 4K. I gotta buy them in 4K. That's what I need to do. What's up, Don Otaku? What's up, Terrence? What's up, all the new people joining in? Hey, we got Mr. Platink. Yo, long time no see, dude. All right, here we go, guys. Get ready. Here's Mr. Platink's comment. My man, Neo. Every time I see you online, it brings a smile to my heart. I didn't know hearts could smile, but thank you. Thinking all those sweet thoughts and sending them your way, handsome man. Like I say, it's never a dull moment with Mr. Platink. But yeah, Mr. Platink, thank you for the comment, man. Hope you're doing well, dude. It's been a minute since I caught you live. What's up, Havoc? How you doing, bro? Yeah, you know, it's been a busy few weeks for us both, man. Just I don't know if any of y'all have been dealing with this in the Northeast, but you know, over here in New York, New Jersey, parts of Connecticut, we got hit with Hurricane Ida a couple weeks back, and it's just, man, it was rough dealing with all that recovery. But you know, this week has been really good in terms of just finally being able to breathe, so that's good. How long you streaming today? Probably around 2 hours. You know, same old, depending on how long we go for. A pity I can't send money online. Otherwise, I'd apply a super chat. Oh, I appreciate that, E-Man. I appreciate that. You know, I appreciate all the super chats. You guys, like, that support is phenomenal. But if you can't super chat, hey, man, it is what it is. Y'all being here is the support that I love. Just this whole banter between us back and forth. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. Mexican Zoidberg, what's up, dude? Okay, so I know we don't really do topics, but do you guys want to Blue Suspect said, why is there dislikes on your stream? It just started. The thing about that, Blue Suspects, I appreciate the concern, man, but you're always gonna have people in here who just dislike to dislike. That's the strangest thing, bro. The strangest thing is I can understand if it's like you get dislikes after the fact, but the fact that you get a dislike when the stream starts means that someone is subscribed to you simply, purely to dislike your stuff, which, I mean, it's kind of like, you know, niggas with attitude. Like, I don't care. You still came on my shit. Like, you came to my platform. So those type of people, I don't really worry too much about. I just, like, you know, it's like what they say on the internet. You got to let them live rent free in your head. That's literally what it is. They are literally just by sole nature of someone existing, you're thinking about them to the point where I'm going to go to their YouTube channel, hit dislike, and then go. So I don't think too much of it, man. Thanks for everyone for keeping me company at work. Oh, is anyone at work right now? Is anybody on work? Because I know we got a lot of people who are security guards, and a lot of people who are security guards watching these streams. My boy Bobby, you guys might know him, GC. He's in here, security guard. We got Sir Scriptastic. It's chill, man. It's chill. Let's see. Okay, so back to what I was saying before. What's up, Jet Life? How do you at someone in the chat? You just hit shift, you hit at, and then you type their name, and it should come up. That's just what you do. Just got out retail. Oh yeah, man. That retail life, man. You couldn't pay me to go back. But yeah, you know what? Let's get into our first. It's not a topic, but considering everyone in the chat seems to have been playing it for the most part, let's talk about some Tales of Arise. Y'all want to do that? Y'all want to do that for our first big discussion of the night? I'm about to pick up my mom from her shift at Hooters. Oh, nice. Bring back some food, man. I haven't had Hooters since, like, I went there after Comic-Con a few years back. We had a whole squad in there. It was the funniest thing out there, man, because they could all tell. We were like, you guys are coming from Comic-Con, aren't you? I'm like, yep. Alrighty, yeah, so we're going to talk about Tales of Arise. All right, so we're not going to... Oh, my man works at a TV station. He gets paid to watch TV. Damn, look at that. Look at that, man. One of my boys, he did, I know we're sidetracking before we get into Tales, but he did, I'm not sure if you're familiar with this 3000, but he was like the subtitle generator guy. I don't know how he did it, but like he would speak, like basically he would watch something and he would speak it, and that would be the subtitles. That's what he did. I don't know what it's called. I know it's closed captioning, but you know, I was like, whoa, man, that's crazy. But yeah, so Tales of Arise, y'all. All right, first things first, because I know there's some people who are still playing the game, some who haven't played the game. We're not going to be discussing spoilers here, because I don't think many of us have even completed the game. But I will talk to you guys about my impressions from the first, like, 6-ish hours that I'm in. That was the last time I checked my clock. I'm probably closer to, like, 7, 8. And I will be making a separate video once I hit like the 15-hour mark for those who are interested. So that'll probably become sometime next week. But yeah, Tales of Arise. All right. So as I do with most of my, you guys know me, I'm very long-winded. I wasn't really checking for Tales of Arise. Now I know that's very strange considering I'm a big fan of the Tales franchise. I'm pretty much there day one for every single game, provided there ain't no type of like fuckery. I love the Tales games. I've been playing them for so long. I was one of the few people on YouTube at the time campaigning and petitioning for more Tales games. You guys remember that dry spell from 2008, 2012. It was rough in these RPG streets. But I was on here saying, you know, hey guys, if we want the Tales games, we got to support them when they come out. Does anybody remember that video I made? I think it was like 2000 was it 2012 or 2013? It was right before Exilia came out. That was 13. But it was after Graces came out. I remember that. And I made a video saying it's a good time to be a Tales fan, something like that. I think that's how some of y'all found me. But, you know, I wasn't really checking for this new Tales game because I'm going to be honest, I kind of been burnt out on the franchise. Berseria was a really solid game. I really enjoyed it. It was fun, but it didn't leave me with anything. Like, I played it and I was like, yo, that's a solid JRPG. And it is leagues better than Zestiria, which to this day, Zestiria is the only Tales game that I have ever dropped. Every single Tales game, even the ones I don't enjoy, I finish and I see through completion. Zestiria was the first one I dropped. I just was like 30 hours in. 30 hours in, you guys. And I said, I'm done. That's it, bro. This game is not getting any fucking better. Oh, that's awesome. You guys are just like, that's what put me onto the series. That's great, dude. That's fucking awesome, guys. Oh, I'm working right now. Hey, welcome to the chat, Boom. Welcome to the chat, bro. So, I was kind of like, you know, burnt out on it. And, you know, it'd been so many years since we had gotten a Tales game. Berseria released in Japan 2016. We got it early 2017. I mean, literally January 2017. So, we're going on close to 5 years. They announced the game, I believe, back in 2019. We didn't see too much of it since then. Some people kind of got scared, like, is this game in trouble? And then it came back this year, looking fantastic. But unless it was in a game showcase trailer, I didn't watch it. I didn't seek out gameplay. They released the demo. I didn't even play the demo. I was like, listen, if it's a solid Tales game, I'm going to pick it up when it comes out. But I wasn't going to pick it out. I wasn't going to pick it up at launch because from the start of August up until the first, beginning of September, there was a lot of shit going on in my life, and I just didn't really have that much time to game. And then when you factor in the work stuff too of playing Lost Judgment and everything, I was like, yo, I'm not going to get to this game for like a good couple weeks. So I'm going to wait on it, right? Then last Saturday hits, and then shout out to the homie Asbelant100 in the chat. By the way, Asbelant, what's your Twitter handle, bro? Because I keep forgetting your Twitter handle because I don't know if you're on Twitter or your Twitter handle is not Asbelant100. But I gotta know because I gotta at you and chat you out on some stuff on screenshots. But he was just like, yo, what do you think about Tales of Arise? I said, yo, man, I haven't played that yet. I haven't bought it yet. I'm gonna get it in a few weeks. This man said, that's not good enough for me. We don't do that around these parts. We don't fucking do that, man. And so this man donated for me to buy the game, and I bought it on stream, and I was like, yo, the man donated. I gotta do it. I gotta fucking do it. So I didn't have too much time to play it because I was working on the Lost Judgment video. But I did finally dive into it yesterday and the day before, and these are my impressions from then, the past 6-7 hours. So first things first, what I noticed right off the bat. This game's got some fucking balls, bro. This game's got some fucking balls, bro. So the story, like I said, we're not getting into spoilers here. We don't do that. But the story in the game tackles some really serious shit. It's talking about racism. It's talking about slavery. Now, mind you, the Lost Judgment Blunderline stream, yeah. Now, mind you, Tales games, they've talked about some serious shit in the past. But if you're looking at the past 10 years or so, I mean, the stories have been they've been aight. They've been safe. They haven't really been anything to write home about, but they've been good. They've been solid. That's a solid 7 story. I'm alright with that, bro. This game right off the bat, it's like, nope, nah. Y'all haven't played a Tales game in a while. We gonna make you remember this one. The storytelling and presentation in Tales of Arise is a major leap forward for the franchise. Not just in terms of subject matter, but presentation, the pacing, the characters, the voice acting, the dialogue. That's the thing. I love the Tales games, but a lot of the dialogue can be kind of, well, I should say the past 10 years of Tales games, a lot of the dialogue can be kind of hit or miss. Some segments are really freaking dope and well written, and then other segments are like, yo, this is just so anime tropey, man. I can't deal with this shit. But I love it because the gameplay's awesome. This game right here is just like, nah, we gonna make sure that we have those funny moments, but you guys are gonna have fun with this shit, man. And I was like, what do you mean by have fun with this shit? And I was like, oh, because he means yo, they're gonna talk about some fucking racism and shit. That's literally what it is. Tales of a racism. And the cool thing about it is that it does not shy away from that. Mind you, I'm only 6 hours in, so I don't know if this is the worst I'm seeing, worst in a good way. But yeah, they don't gloss over. They're like, nah, this is literally what it's all about, and the anguish of what that does to a character. You're the main protagonist, the Iron Mask, and just how you feel his rage. You feel how angry he is at this entire situation. It's some serious shit. So, I'm loving the story. Okay, I'll see you later, Ghost Rider. He said 12 Years a Slave, the anime. He said 12 Years a Slave, the anime, the video game. I'm fucking done with you. Oh, the homie Corey Gryffindor came in with the $4.99 super chat. How do you feel about the World Ends With You anime having a different dub cast, even though most reprise their role in Neo, The World Ends With You? Well, I didn't know that they reprised their role in the game, but that's not really much of a spoiler. So I'm not really too bent out of shape about that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, honestly, do you mind if I just hold off on that for 1 second, Corey Gryffindor? We're just gonna finish this talk and then we'll get to that, because that's a whole separate topic I can speak about for minutes. So the story in the game is really awesome. I'm digging it. Everything else about the presentation is on point. The visuals, the switch to Unreal Engine 4, dude, this game is so fucking beautiful, man. And this is one thing I love about where Japanese gaming is going, as they like spend less time finagling with their own independent engines, and they just move towards one that's unified and everybody knows. We can start getting some really good looking stuff like the Final Fantasy VII remake. Beautiful. Kingdom Hearts 3 needs a remaster just so we can see that in like proper 4K 60 frames on the consoles. That would be insane. And now Tales of Arise is another good one. So presentation wise, it's fantastic. Music, dude, oh my fucking god. Like the second the game starts, from the intro cinematic, the overworld music, the battle music, it's top notch, man. I mean, Tales has always been good at that, but in this game it's just really fucking good. Combat wise, now combat, here's the thing. I really like the combat in this game. I think that it's one of the better combat systems in Tales games. Like if you're comparing it to like the last Tales game that was released, which was Vesperia Definitive Edition, it mops the floor with that. And I mean, Vesperia's combat, here's the thing about Vesperia's combat, because I know a lot of people, they play the game and then they drop it. I totally understand that because the combat's not the greatest. It feels kind of sluggish. Isaname said it's kind of wonky. The thing about Vesperia's combat, I was talking about this with my boy Bobby, you hit a point in the game where the combat just gets fucking insane and so cool, but that comes very late. And that kind of sucks because, you know, you're getting into a lot of battles in these JRPGs. So, ugh. But this game, from the get-go, very, very, very approachable. Very dynamic between ground combat and aerial combat. A lot of cool, interesting things. But my problem with it is that I don't really feel like the combat, just based off what I've played, I feel like this is the best that it's going to get, if that makes sense. Like, you know how when you get further on in games and you learn stuff, like... Take the Legend of the Heroes Cold Steel. Like the crazy fucking shit you can pull off in that game. And mind you, I was only 30 hours in when I put it down and I went to start the first game. But I don't really think I'm going to get that in Tales of Arise. I feel like what I see is what I get. But mind you, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. This is coming from a person who's been spoiled by what I was able to pull off in Grace's F and Exilia 2 and some of the other older Tales games. So I'm a little biased in that respect, and I totally understand that. But for anyone who's just a general newcomer, you're going to love this fucking combat system, bro. It feels very, very fluid, which is something that you can't really say about a lot of action JRPGs. Like, some of them are really good, but then others, it's like, ugh, we definitely could have done more with this. But yeah, you know, everything I'm seeing in Tales of Arise is fantastic. A lot of people in the chat are saying it gets better. Okay, that's great. That's perfect. That's perfect, man. Because the thing is, I'm not bored of the combat. Like, don't take me saying that, you know, I enjoyed things in Exilia 2 and the other games more. That's not me saying this combat system is bad. No. That's just the biased Tales fan within me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sitting here saying it's generic or all that stuff. Do not take that away from this, because it is not. It's great, y'all. It's literally just like picking between Devil May Cry 5 and Devil May Cry 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously you'll pick Devil May Cry 5, but that doesn't mean that 3 is shit. Even though some of the stuff you can pull off in 3 Special Edition on the Switch is just fucking crazy. But yeah, man, I love a lot about Tales of Arise, and I'm so happy. First off, thank you, Asbel, for kicking me in the ass, and then patting my head at the same time. Because, you know, like, this is what everything from what I'm playing right now in the like 6 to 8 hours. This is everything that I wanted the game to be. Is it this monumental leap forward for the franchise? I can't say that until I've completed the game, but it's making a lot of the right moves in that direction. Especially in terms of like pacing and like accessibility and just a more serious take to the story, but at the same time, not sacrificing some of those funnier, goofy moments in between. Like in combat between the two people, he would just be like, "Hey, did you just heal me? Why did you heal me?" And she was like, "Nigga, what?" Like, not nigga, what, obviously, but she was just like, duh, I'm supposed to," you know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that. But yeah, it's really good, man. Oh, what's up, Don? How you doing, bro? Hey, Strictly, what's going on, bro? What's up, man? We were just talking about Tales of Arise, man. Some JRPG greatness. We got Tez in the chat. I guess the Arise Xbox Series X version is not as good as the PS5 version. I have the Series X version. It's just okay. I'm playing it on the Series X, and it's really fucking good, man. Are you having like any issues with it? Because I know one of my, I don't know if it was you, Tez, but someone on Twitter was telling me how their version of the game kept crashing, and I've never experienced that at all in my time playing it, or anyone else who has it on the Xbox. But yeah, like it's pretty damn good, man. I like it. It's like 60 frames per second. I played in the native 4K mode, so that's like, I guess, the resolution mode. I don't know what the other mode does. I was thinking like, yo, is this 120 FPS mode? Because I'm playing it in like the resolution mode and it's at 60. And then there's the performance mode, which I would assume keeps it at 60 more often, but I'm not seeing no frame dips in the resolution mode, so I kept it at that. Who knows, man? But yeah, it's really awesome, you guys. I'm loving Tales of Arise. I'm going to be playing it right after the stream. And now we are going to transition to Corey Gryffindor's super chat. He sent it halfway in between the question. But his question, just for those who don't know, is how do I personally feel about The World Ends With You anime having a different English dub cast, even though the actors from the old game back in 2008 reprised their role in the new one that literally just came out 2 months ago? So yeah, I mean, here's the thing, man. Like, I'm of two minds on this, right? I see it from the production side, and then I also see it from the fan side. Now, the fan side of me is just kind of pissed off because these actors are still working, especially in an era of remote recording where, you know, I think it was Neku's voice actor. It might have been Neku's voice actor. I'm not sure. I was looking on Twitter. This voice actor was saying, like, we would have loved to come back for it, especially in a pandemic where work is kind of scarce. But they just never contacted us at all. Not even a, hey, are you available? Or our schedules didn't mix. And that's what kind of sucks for me. Because when you have, even though it's World Ends With You is a niche game, like, let's just be honest. Like, looking at the sales of Neo, The World Ends With You, obviously you can tell this is only going to appeal to a sliver of people. But it has such a dedicated following and fandom that we kind of wished it into existence. Not to say that we take credit for it, but they wouldn't have not, if World Ends With You was a success and it was on Square Enix's radar, they would have put out a sequel in 2010 and in 2011 and in 2012, and they just never did until 2021. So that really sucks. And I'm just like, why are you doing this? But then at the end of the day, the opposite side of it is that's just the business, you know. The unfortunate reality is a lot of these productions that go on, whether they're union or non-union, they try to do them as quick as possible and as cheap as possible. And in this current era that we are living in this climate of dubbing anime, you're going to go with who you know and who can get the job done quick, fast, and efficiently. And if that means a dub director or a casting director is going to cast people who they know can say the line, instead of doing it in 20 takes, they can get it in 2 takes, they're going to hire that person. And when you start getting into the concept of remote recording and dealing with everyone's particular sound situations and just all the things that come from that, it takes a lot of work and it can delay the production of something. So I get it from Funimation's point of view, tracking down people, talking to their agents versus, hey, you guys are all repped by like the same 3 people. Obviously, it'd be easier to go through this. I can see it from their point of view. But I think it is kind of grimy because it's not like, okay, The World Ends With You is being done like a new anime or a new game is being done 20 years later. Most of the old cast, they either can't find them, they can't track them down. No, some of the old cast are still working and you can still find them. That's what I think is kind of shady, especially because Funimation has worked with people in the past who are in LA or New York and they've gotten them back to do certain roles. Now, mind you, those are usually like one-offs, like in Lupin the Third. Any Lupin the Third fans in the chat? Sound off down below. I'm always looking for new Lupin friends. But in Lupin the Third, the woman called Fujiko Mine, they brought back Michelle Ruff to voice, obviously, Fujiko Mine. So they can do that. It can work. But mind you, I think in that in that production, they didn't bring back Tony Oliver. They didn't bring back Lex Lang. They didn't bring back most of the people involved. They did bring back Richard Epcar as a different character, which was very strange because it's just like, well, why didn't you just, if you're going to bring back Richard Epcar, then have him come back to play his role? You know, it's like they do weird shit like that. So, I mean, the point remains at the end of the day, yeah, it's easier to use people that you know and get it done quick. But still, man, like, this is going to be a part of history, bro. This is a part of history. And I don't know, like, the game just came out 2 months ago. And they're in that game. Like, Funimation is cross-promoting this. Talk about the new game, too. And I don't know, man. It's just kind of grimy. What do you guys think about this whole situation? What do you guys think about it? I mean, I don't mind it too much because if the dub is solid, the dub is solid and you can't take it away from it. But they're still working. You just brought them back 2 months ago for the game. How fucking dope would it have been if they're just like, yo, everyone is remote recording right now. We're going to bring back the old cast for this anime. Like, Viz Media, they found a way to make it work with Yashahime. They brought back the OG cast of Inuyasha. Now, granted, they're only in it for a handful of scenes, but they still brought back people who live in Canada. They made it work. They made it work, and I assume it was probably something going on with unions and non-unions. Who knows? So yeah, it does kind of suck, man. It does. All right, let's see. So we got a couple of super chats coming in right quick. $2 coming in from Trapped in My Psych. New SpongeBob game is Shattered Dimensions vibe. Yeah, I saw that shit, bro. If you guys didn't know, there is a new SpongeBob game coming out, and I implore y'all to watch the trailer. I don't know what it is about THQ Nordic, man, but I feel like they're just like the company. They're like, you know what? First off, we gotta remaster all y'all's games from your childhood, and we gonna put out some new stuff. They're crazy, dude. They are crazy. I just need a remaster of SpongeBob Lights Camera Pants. Yo, I don't know how many of y'all played that game, but I remember as a kid, I think my brother had the game. Was it my brother or was it my neighbor? One of the two. But I remember we had it on the PS2, and I think it was my neighbor, because he had a multi-tap. Y'all remember on the PS2, because it only came with 2 controller ports, you had to buy a multi-tap to get 4 players. Shit is so crazy when you think about it. That's like some shit Nintendo would do. But they didn't, because the GameCube had 4 ports and the Xbox had 4 ports. So they brought a multi-tap over, and I remember we used to play that game for a week straight. Every day, they would come over to our place, and we play SpongeBob Lights Camera Pants. It had a lot of fun mini games, dude. $2 super chat from Flames. Signal boosting. When's the Doki Doki stream, Neo? Come on, man. I know I was supposed to do the Doki Doki stream last week, but with everything happening, I prioritized the Lost Judgment review. Not review, but the impressions getting out there. But it will be coming back, my friend. It will. Probably tomorrow night. I do not have anything planned outside of work in the morning, so there's that. But other than that, I think tomorrow night will be good. Will be good. And if not, definitely this week, because I don't have any other streams planned to my knowledge. I'll have to check my calendar. Well, I do have a stream happening, but I can't speak about it yet. $5 super chat from Don Otaku. What Flame said, the next time I hear you on stream, it better be in a cute anime voice. Oh, y'all are terrible. But yeah, you know, it's been a while, man. I gotta hit a high note, you know? Everyone's like, fuck that multi-tab. Yes, multi-tab. Bullying works. Come on, peer pressure him. Damn. What's going on, Leo? What's up, everyone in the chat? What's up, all the new people who joined? What's up, what's up? Let's see. So, G and the Don said, is it worth going back to play any of the older Tales games? If you truly want to, Don, I look at it like this. Tales is the same as like Final Fantasy and Persona, where you can jump into one entry, and provided it's not like a numerical sequel, you're pretty much going to be okay. It's its own self-contained story. But the problem with Tales is that you can't play the best games in the series because they're all locked to original hardware. The only game that they've brought forward onto the new consoles from an old generation has been Tales of Vesperia. And that's a really good game, and I implore people to play it. But that's just one game. Like, Grace's F, for all of its cheesiness, is a fantastic game with fantastic combat, but that's stuck on the PS3. The Exilia games stuck on the PS3. Right now, what you have access to is just Zestiria, which you have Berseria, which is solid. You have Vesperia Definitive Edition, and you have Arise. And out of all those games, Arise is the best one in my opinion. So I would say if you can only play one Tales game and you have a PlayStation or you have an Xbox or you got a PC and you don't emulate, then pick up Tales of Arise. And then if you want to play older games, play Berseria. But just to let you know, the Tales games, they're not cream of the crop in terms of performance. Not performance, but in terms of, like, you look at the budget that goes into a Final Fantasy game and you look at Tales, you're kind of like, this is looking a little ghetto. So there's definitely some give and take. And for the longest time, Tales games like Berseria, even though it's on the PS4, that's still a PS3 game. So they were limited to what a 2006 console could do. So just keep that in mind, you know. But that, again, you can apply that to all the old games, you know what I'm saying? $5 super chat from Chocolate Asylum. Just a friendly reminder, Persona's 25th celebration started this month. Those rumors about the series coming to Xbox sure were persistent earlier. Yeah, so Persona is celebrating its 25th anniversary, which is absolutely insane considering the Persona franchise started with Persona 3. I'm kidding. But yeah, I mean, if anything, we're probably going to see a lot more from Atlas. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing some ports of older games. I wouldn't be surprised if Persona 4 finally comes to consoles. I think they are doing something with Ultimax. I don't know if they're re-releasing the game or they're just coming out with a new one, but I think that's definitely in the cards. And yeah, probably just the usual stuff like new merch, new celebrations of stuff. But one thing I think the franchise really needs to start doing is it needs to start thinking bigger. It needs to start going to more platforms. And I understand that for the longest time, the reason why they were tied to PlayStation or Nintendo for the handhelds is because budgetary reasons. But now no, you can't do that. Like Atlas has how many people? Like 300 something people. They're working under Sega now. Like Persona 5 sold how many units? Persona 4 sold how many units on Steam alone? Like, it is time. Just take that check from Uncle Phil and put them bitches on Game Pass. That's all it is. All I'm asking for is Persona 4 portability. Put it on the Switch. Put it on cloud streaming. Come on. Just do it. Just give it to us. I don't even care. Like, people don't know this, but yeah, the Yakuza games are all on Xbox Game Pass. I still bought them bitches. I bought them. They're fucking dirt cheap, man. Like, you can get all of them for like, what, $9 a pop? If that, cheaper. Come on, Atlas. People want to buy your games. Oh, what's up, J-World? How you doing, bro? Zestiria is solid, but it was rushed. Berseria is a much higher quality version of what Tales of Zestiria should have been. Now, here's the thing about Zestiria, bro. Zestiria had some interesting concepts, but overall, that game just, to me, had no fucking direction, bro. No fucking direction. I was like 30 hours into this story. I'm like, what are we doing with ourselves? What the fuck is going on? Ugh. Zestiria is extremely generic, especially for a Tales game. Sorey is one of the worst main characters in the Tales series. Yeah, and that's the thing, man. Like, Sorey, I didn't mind him, but like, he didn't do it. Like, he did not leave an impact the same way Luke left an impact, the same way Yuri left an impact. He was just there, man. Dude, that camera, Marcus. Oh my god, bro. Also, what's up, Marcus? How you doing, bro? That camera, for those who've never played Tales of Hysteria, it has got to be, it has one of the worst cameras I've ever seen in a video game. Ever. Not just a Tales game. A video game, man. Oh my god. And then there was the DLC controversy where they, bro, this is how fucked up it is. Look, let me paint the picture for y'all. If I remember correctly, they had a character who they featured prominently on the game cover, in the game's intro. They spent money animating her in the intro. She shows up at the beginning of the game, and then that's it. That's the last time you see her, to my knowledge, in the main game. Maybe she shows up later, I'm not sure. But she's there for 5 minutes, disappears. You had to buy post-launch DLC to learn more about her. And I'm like, what? The fuck? Velvet was awesome. That's right, Pierre. Confirmed, Neo will now do a 24-hour Ninja Gaiden Black playthrough called The Stream of Pain. That's just going to be 24 hours of me dying. That's literally what it is. Neo, you should take a 4-hour break and experience the artful escape. You will not be the same after you play that experience. I've heard a lot of good things about it. It's on my list. It's on my list. I just, I'm in Tails mode at the moment. I need a Persona 3 Remastered Definitive Edition for all consoles and PCs. Yes, the world needs that. It's just so easy. Like Atlas, it's so easy. Just put your games out. People will buy it. And not just Persona. I'm talking about like older games. You know, I take that back. Because you saw the way they handled Nocturne. You saw the way they handled Nocturne. And I'm just like, Atlas, do I really? I don't know. Oh, man. But we've been going on this stream for almost an hour, y'all. If you were enjoying the stream, make sure you hit that like button. It helps out the channel tremendously. We got 72 people watching. We're at 40. Well, we got 74 people watching. We have 44 likes. If we can just bump those likes up a little bit. Let's see if we can hit 60 likes in the next like half hour. We'll see how doable that is. All right. Hey, what's going on, Andre? Neil, what's your current anime watch list? So right now, the only anime that I'm watching is Jujutsu Kaisen. That's the only one I'm watching at the moment. I caught up to Attack on Titan like 2 months back. That was fantastic. In addition to that, I went through Erased. That was awesome. What else? I still got to finish up Fruits Basket, but I'm kind of holding off because, you know, I only have 1.5 more seasons and that's it. Story's over. And I want to cry because I love Fruits Basket. It's really good. What else was on my list? Lupin the Third. I've just been rewatching a lot of old Lupin the Third stuff, guys. Ever since I saw Lupin the Third, the first in theaters a few weeks ago, I've just been in such a Lupin mood. So I've been watching part 2. I watch like an episode or 2 a night right before I go to bed. And it's kind of been like my ritual. And mind you, like that's an anime from the 70s, guys. Very old. The dub was done in like the early 2000s, but very old anime. And it's just nice to watch anime from a different era, dude. Like, holy shit. And then also in tandem to that, I've been rewatching Lupin the Third Part 4. And that's been awesome because I want to hype myself up for Part 6 because that's coming out soon. So yeah, I haven't really been watching too many new anime. Jujutsu Kaisen is probably the newest I've seen, but I've just been going ahead and rewatching a lot of like the old classics. Have you seen Shang-Chi yet? Yes, I did see Shang-Chi Scrubtastic, and I really enjoyed it. I really did, man. It's one of my favorite MCU movies. It's still, there's some things I didn't enjoy, like just the MCU isms and that whole final CGI fest, but the great stuff in that movie, the highs of that movie are fantastic, man. Like Tony Leung as Wenwu. It's fantastic. Let's see. Random question. Thinking of changing my YouTube name to gamertag the odd one 1993 for consistency across the socials. Would y'all remember, or would I have to put my old name every time I made a comment? I say you can change it, man, just for consistency's sake, and we're gonna acclimate to it. You know, just remind some of us in the chat on who it is. You know what I'm saying? Because the easy thing is like when I have people's icons, even if they change their names, I'll be like, oh wait, that's that person. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. A random question. Have you ever thought of being on gamer podcasts like Weapon Wheel? Yeah, I've been on Weapon Wheel a few times actually. Every now and then BG hits me up with an invite asking me if I want to go on. But most of the times I have to decline because, well, not now, but beforehand I was always busy on Sundays. But yeah, I've been on Weapon Wheel. The first time I was on Weapon Wheel was in 2016, and who the fuck is honking out there? First time was in 2016. And, you know, I try to be on the show like once every couple of years. Like 2016 I was on. He brought me back on in 2019 to talk about Devil May Cry 5. And I think I was on in like 2018. And then, yeah, I'm on usually like once a year. I came on in 2020 to talk about Cyberpunk. So yeah, I've been on the show a lot actually, now that I think about it. But yeah, I've been on Weapon Wheel podcast. I've done my friend Mav's podcast, Fun Speculation Xbox Ultimate. I've been on that show. I was on Mr. Boomstick's show. He has so many shows. It was, I think, Primetime Gaming on Monday nights. I was just on that last week. It was me, Boomstick, Everborn, King David, a whole bunch of people, man. Wandering Dutch. It was awesome. I've just been on a lot of shit, man. Like the Bitcast with Seasoned Gaming, GRG podcast. Like I've been on podcast Unlocked. I've been on a lot of shit, dude. Iron Lord's podcast. Like it's crazy. Okay. Let's see some super chats. All right. $5 from the homie Marcus. In my opinion, Exilia 2 has the best combat in the Tales series. But if we're being honest, Exilia 2 doesn't really feel like a sequel, more like a story expansion. Yeah, that's the thing, bro. The combat is top tier. I call it the Devil May Cry of the series because, dude, Ludger with the different styles and the guns, he damn near feels like Dante, dude. But yeah, the story itself is just, you can tell that, yo, this was DLC that we just put out there. And it makes sense because they came out with the sequel a year later. And if you play the game, there are certain mechanics, the debt simulator, that you can just tell that this is here to pad the game's length. The story it told between Ludger and the little chick. I can't get into spoilers, but you guys know who I'm talking about. The little chick. I forgot her name. I liked their story, but everything else surrounding it kind of felt like, okay, what are we doing here, man? But if we're being honest, that's unfortunately a lot of these sequels that come out annually, you know? That's one thing I'm glad Tales kind of got away from, because Tales was damn near almost an annual franchise at one point. $2 from Flame. Choosing violence post-abuse arc Erased sucked. Ah, no! I loved Erased. What? I can't agree with that. Let's see. Should I play Lost Judgment first or Yakuza 7 since that came in the mail recently? Well, the thing is, Lost Judgment doesn't come out till next Friday. But it depends on like what you want to get out of it. So Yakuza 7 is a JRPG, so it's turn-based combat. Lost Judgment is a detective thriller, and it's got beat-em-up combat. So what are you in the mood for? That's what I'll tell you. Honestly, from what I've played, I would go with Yakuza 7, just because Yakuza 7, what that game did. Oh my god, man. I'm still gushing about it, and I beat the game months ago. Yakuza 7 is a top 3 game in the franchise for me. Judgment is really good, but it does not crack my top 3. Lost Judgment, I'll have to see once I finish it, but it's good. I really enjoyed so much more about Yakuza 7, though. Like, so much more. Let's see. I've just made it a habit to like Neo's videos the moment I started. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, y'all. Oh, we just hit 60 likes. Shout out to y'all. We just hit 60 likes. The next goal is 69 likes. So are all the old Tales games on the PS3, or what consoles are they on? So if you buy a PS3, you have Tales of Zestiria, you have Berseria, you have Grace's F, Exilia 1, Exilia 2. If you want to get Tales of Vesperia from Japan and play it in Japanese, you have that. You have Symphonia HD collections, that's Symphonia 1 and Symphonia Dawn of the New World. But yeah, so you have if we're talking like console-wise, the majority of the Tales games are on the PS3 by remaster or just the games being released on it. But you don't have one of the best Tales games, which is Tales of the Abyss. That one, you have to get that on the PS2, or if you can track down a 3DS, you can get the 3DS copy of it. And then you have randomly like Hearts R is on the Vita. Apparently Hearts R is like really rare now. I was on eBay a few months ago, and I saw it go for like I think it was like $80. Let me see how much it is actually, because I have a physical copy, and I think the physical copies were limited to GameStop and maybe the store, the Bandai Namco store. Oh wow! So a physical copy, complete inbox of Tales of Hearts R, is going for. Whew, well, I'm seeing the cart alone go for like $67. Wow. That's just the cartridge. Now I'm seeing someone selling a brand new copy, buy it now for $100. I'm seeing somebody bid on something for like $50. And I paid 40 for this, so I'm already, if I ever did decide to sell it, I'm already in the in the green. But Jesus, man. I found one for 35. Oh no, that's Japanese copy. Damn. I got me a gold mine right there. Besides Bryce Papenbrook, have you met any other voice actors? Yeah, I've met a couple actually. So I've met Bryce Papenbrook. I've met Steve Bloom, Sean Shamel, Chris Sabat, Laura Bailey, Travis Willingham, a lot of the Pokemon voice actors. Who else did I meet? Sunny Straight, KG Tang, Aaron Dismuke, Zach Aguilar. Most of these videos are on my channel if you guys want to check them out from years ago. I did interviews with like Sunny Straight, Aaron Dismuke, Zach Aguilar, KG Tang, a bunch of people. Yeah. Let's see. All right. We have $4.99 super chat coming in from the homie J World. Appreciate you, brother. Do you watch fitness YouTubers or do you do instinctive workouts? Also, any supplement suggestions like maca powder or specific protein shakes? So, yeah, I do watch fitness YouTubers. But honestly, these days, well, like the past 2 years, it's primarily just been informational based fitness YouTubers. So, a lot of strongmen, a lot of people who just give insight and knowledge rather than just the vloggers. Like I watched in the beginning, of course, I watched people like Christian Guzman, Max Tuning, Chris Jones, a lot of those people. But with the exception of an occasional Max Tuning video, just because he's such an idiot sometimes, but I love him. He's awesome. I don't really watch too much of the vlog stuff because after a while, it's just kind of like the same old stuff. But when I'm watching like people who are training for performance and what they have to say, I find that interesting. But here recently, I've been subscribed to 2 people in the past year, Greg Doucette and Derek from More Plates, More Dates. And I watch their stuff purely because they're dismantling a lot of the BS you see in the modern media about fitness. And in the case of Derek, he's just a wealth of treasure trove of knowledge on what he talks about. But yeah, I don't really watch YouTubers like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I want to meet my favorite fitness influencer, that type. Instinctive workouts, I don't do instinctive workouts. I am on a program right now. And honestly, that's the best way. If you want to make progress with something, you got to be on a program. You can't just go into the gym and be like, okay, I feel like doing this today, because one workout is not going to be what make or breaks your entire journey. It's what you do over the span of like 12 weeks, 16 weeks. That's what matters. So I train on a program. If we're talking like instinctively, like if I'm really worn down, if I'm beaten up, if I maybe didn't get a lot of sleep or I didn't eat, I'll just dial back my workouts, but I don't just go into the gym and do whatever. I have a set structure and regiment of progression, and yeah, that's that. Supplement wise, I'm very, very basic when it comes to supplements. Like I have a protein powder, and you can get protein powders anywhere. You know, you can go to Vitamin Shop, you can get like Ghost Protein. You can get, most of the protein there is actually decent. But the thing about supplements is a lot of people think that they got to buy supplements like pre-workouts, BCAAs, fat burners, and you don't really need all that stuff. At the end of the day, what I always recommend people buy is a protein powder to get protein in when, you know, you just don't have time or you just can't eat a lot of food, so it's easier to down a shake. A pre-workout, if you don't like coffee, and, you know, a good quality pre-workout has a lot of things in there that's good for your endurance and your energy. And then creatine. Creatine is the most researched supplement out there. But those are really what you need as far as like supplements go. Because if you have a healthy diet, if you're eating all of your vitamins and minerals and all that stuff, you don't really need to supplement with all that unless you have a deficiency that you're working on addressing. But herbs have their place in the industry. You know, things like ashwagandha, things like maca powder, ginseng, a lot of those things like herbs, roots, all of that stuff is great. Not necessarily for like the workout purposes, but more for your health and longevity, which if you prioritize your health and longevity, your workouts are only going to get better. So yeah, like I take ashwagandha pills, I take maca, I take American ginseng, I take fish oils, obviously. But yeah, that's about the extent of my supplements. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a time in my life where I bought the protein powders and I bought the casein protein for nighttime shakes, and I bought the BCAs to drink during my workouts, and like all that crazy stuff. And I didn't mind it at the time, but you know, the older you get and the more you focus on your diet, and you can learn to trim out some of the stuff you need, and well, you learn to trim some of the stuff that you thought you needed but you really don't. I'll just say that much. $5 super chat from Blue Senshi 19. What do you think about the despicable licks trends going on TikTok? Personally, I think it's pretty stupid. These kids are trying to get criminal records. Wait, are we talking? You're talking about licks trends? Are we talking about that thing where kids go and they lick like ice cream in the stores? I assume that's what you're talking about, Blue Senshi, but I'm not on TikTok like that, so I don't know what these trends are. But if it's kids going around there just licking random stuff, first off, that's fucking disgusting. Second, they're getting them damn selves sick. And third, it's just fucking like, why are you doing this? For clicks? For clout? Like, I always tell people this. If you're not comfortable with looking back on something 20 years from now, don't fucking do it. Like, what are you gonna get out of it? Like, oh yeah, I licked an open container of ice cream in the store. Like, that's just so fucking dumb, man. Like, we've all done stupid shit before, but I've never done shit like this, man. Maybe it's because parents these days, they're their kid's best friend and they don't discipline them. Because if my mom ever caught me doing one of these stupid ass TikTok trends, she would have whooped my ass. And these kids nowadays, we can't do that. We don't have field day. We have fun day where everyone's a winner. Like, nah. All right. We have a 1999 super chat coming in from John McKinney. It says retracted. Oh no. Wait, was that supposed to happen, John? Wait, what happened, bro? I'm confused. Was there something else you wanted to send? Because I know you sent another one right afterwards, but I want to make sure because you sent a $20 super chat, bro. But if you find it, post it again. John McKinney came in with $4.99. A semi-unpopular opinion. Emma Roberts should have been Gwen Stacy. Emma Stone should have been Mary Jane Watson instead. I mean, that's not a bad idea. Like, I honestly feel like Emma Stone would have been better for Mary Jane just because of her voice. She's got that kind of Mary Jane voice. Like, you know, if you look at Mary Jane in the 90s, she sort of sounded, you know, she has something to her. And I saw Emma Stone and it was like, Emma Stone's Gwen Stacy. I'm like, oh, that's not what I expected, but okay, fine. I felt like she did a great job as Gwen Stacy. Emma Stone did the impossible. She made Gwen Stacy a likable character for me. Because reading Gwen Stacy in the comics, I did not like her one bit. But then I saw Emma Stone and I was like, oh, I really vibe with this. But that is because they did mix in elements of the Mary Jane character into that version of Gwen Stacy. That's why. But yeah, if we're talking like in a perfect world, yeah, I can see Emma Roberts as Gwen Stacy. Definitely. I can see that. Hey, what's up, video game lover? Hey, Neo, it's crazy. I've known you for 10 years. I know, man. Time fucking flies. It's like every year we're going to say, yo, Neo, I've known you for this year. It's like, well, I've known you for this year, bro. All right, let's see. Oh, shit. We got Colin, my boy. We got Colin in the chat and we got Atlanta in the chat. Both at the same time. It's like y'all playing this. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, let's see. I'm trying to go back and see some of the questions. Excuse me if I'm kind of late with this, but let's see. I chose violence, Neo. Don't worry. No one agrees with violence. Oh, sometimes I agree with violence. Sometimes violence is It's a necessity. The debt system was not that bad, y'all. Come on. Marcus, have you played Exilia recently? Have you played Exilia 2 recently, bro? That shit, to me, it was a cardinal sin because if I wanted to complete the story, I could not complete the story because there's this thing saying, no, you need to have enough money to progress to this next part. Like, to me, that's just sacrilegious in game design. That's why I can't go back and replay Exilia 2. NeoGameSpark, what's your favorite Switch game and why? I'm guessing it's Fire Emblem Three Houses. Fire Emblem Three Houses is definitely up there, bro. It honestly, that's the safest answer for me. Fire Emblem Three Houses. Yeah. Nah, not y'all in here defending that debt mechanic system. Oh no. Nah, not tonight. Love your content, bro. Oh, thank you, Boosup377. Thank you. I appreciate that. Is Yakuza 7 a whole new story then? Yes. Yakuza 7 is a whole new story, man. A whole new story, different characters. You have some returning characters, But that doesn't happen till like the end of the game, and they play minor roles. It's more fan service cameos than anything. Thinking of trying the Yakuza series with Zero on Game Pass, the best game to start with it? Yes. So Yakuza 0 is the best game to start if you want to understand why we love Yakuza. But Yakuza 7 is also a fantastic game. It's very different, but they're both great. You know what I'm saying? But Yakuza 0 is your gateway into the franchise, because all the other games in the series play like Yakuza 0. Have you ever played Suikoden? Yes, I played Suikoden 1 and Suikoden 2. Very good games. Do you think you should invite Johnny Young Bosch on your live streams? If Johnny wants to do it, yeah, I'll talk to Johnny Young Bosch. I'll talk to him. It's not every day you get to talk to a Power Ranger. Does Aaron Dismuke even voice act anymore? Yes, he actually does. That was one of the questions I asked him in his in the interview I did with him, because back then I didn't really see him in a lot of roles, but he was still voice acting, but he kind of, it's not that he refocused, but he definitely got involved in more behind the scenes stuff. So writing series, casting, stuff like that. Because I'm gonna let you in on a little secret about the voice acting industry, y'all. Voice acting is not a steady gig at all. If you see someone who is killing it all the time, like a Troy Baker, a Nolan North, those type of people, it takes a while to get to that point. But most actors are constantly searching for jobs. They'll book something and then they'll be out of work for a few weeks, which is why you see them doing Twitch streams, which is why you see them doing ADR for shows, writing shows, casting shows, because that's more steady work. Sure, it doesn't pay as much, but you're involved in the process of the shows, and you get more steady work, because you're always going to need people who can write a show and adapt a show versus actors. Like, there are more actors available than there are people who are writing. So that's why you see a lot of people pull double, triple duty at Funimation. So yeah, Aaron Dismuke, he's still around. He's still doing stuff. Was Aaron Dismuke pre or post puberty? He was post puberty when I talked to him, because this was back in 2016. Not too long ago, but this was 5 years. Yeah. Something about Death Battle E-Man animates? What you talking about, bro? Hey, we got someone checking in from Cape Town. What's up, Lunga 101? Welcome, welcome. Do you think you'll ever be on another IGN podcast again? It was a while ago, but you were great. Never say never, man. Like I always tell people, if you want to see me on stuff, you gotta hit them up and let them know, because it's their show, not mine. But I appreciate the support, man. Thank you. Are you gonna continue playing Doki Doki? Yes, the Doki Doki streams are gonna continue. Is eating raw garlic also helpful? It's definitely helpful. Garlic has its benefits, especially when you're sick. Okay, I don't even know what okay, so I'm going down the comments on what John McKinney said. Is that what he said, the reason why he retracted it? I'm kind of getting it based off of what y'all said in the comments. Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. Okay. Okay. $4.99 from John McKinney. I had to retract the first super chat because it was a 3-part, and for some reason wouldn't let me post the second and third parts. My bad. Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. See, I was like, when I said lick, I thought, because there was that other trend of people going around licking stuff, but you were saying licks as in stealing, right? Kids stealing random stuff from their school. Okay, so then let's go back on point to that question he asked. What do I think about the trend? It's like I said before, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I don't know why kids nowadays want to go ahead and especially something that is on record. It's on the internet. Yeah, I understand we all did things we weren't supposed to do. I'm not going to incriminate myself, but we all did things we weren't supposed to do as a kid. But to post about it on social media, that's like, motherfucker, how much dumber can you be? Like, oh my God. So yeah, no, that makes no sense, because that's also ruining the school experience too, because that shit, most of the time, if they're stealing stuff that's in a classroom, the teacher paid for that, not the school. Like, people do not realize how fucking well, I wouldn't say underfunded, but a lot of these schools, the money's not going to the right places. And a lot of teachers I know personally, they buy most of the shit that's in their school. So yeah, it might be something so small and simple, but that's something that a teacher had to pay out of pocket, right? And then just to steal stuff like soap dispensers, like what are you getting out of this shit, man? I know people are doing it for fun and stuff, but that's just so dumb, bro. And you're putting it on social media too. Are you telling me that they can't, to quote a famous internet phrase, backtrace that? They're gonna find it, and y'all dumbasses are gonna get in trouble. But you know what? Like I said, you want to be treated like an adult, you want to act like an adult, you're gonna get treated like an adult. That's literally what it is, man. So if they do this stuff and they get a record because of that, hey, listen, in the information age, there's no excuse to be dumb. There really isn't. Like, oh, I didn't know and all this shit. No, if you gonna do this stuff, consequences, man. That's it. That's literally what it is, man. If you get in trouble for that and you have it on your criminal record that, yo, you vandalized schools and all this shit just for TikTok, for the grant, like, oh, man. Call me an old man, but, you know, it's dumb. It's dumb as fuck for people to do that. Oh, what's up, Johan? How you doing, bro? Let's see. People are stealing urinals. How the fuck do you steal a urinal? I feel like that takes some work. I feel like that takes a lot of work. I feel like that takes some power tools to steal a whole urinal. Which at that point, I'm just like, you stole a whole urinal and nobody noticed for a good amount of time. That's very surprising. that is funny. But still, people still gotta pee, man. People gotta pee, bro. Oh, what's up, Julian Harris? How you doing, bro? You got off an amazing day at work. Oh, that's fucking awesome, bro. I'm happy to hear that. Good for you, dude. I saw a kid steal a roll of metal. How the fuck are people stealing that shit? Do they do this during school hours? Are the schools not locked at night? Like, this is, how do you, I'm sure someone will hear some drills, man. Like, I don't get this shit. This is fucking crazy, man. That's wild, bro. What's going on to all the people who've been joining? What's up, JGR? My guy, hope all is well. Hope all is well with you too, man. Let's see. Wagwan, Rick Payne. How you doing, bro? Let's see. I mean, I know the gym, but I need to know what to do there, you know? Plus, right now, I need alternatives as I can't afford a gym membership. So, if you can't afford a gym membership, I would definitely go onto YouTube and just type in at-home workouts or park workouts. The best part about YouTube is that you have a wealth of knowledge that is completely free. And you could build a great base and foundation following those videos. Once you start getting to a point where you can't progress, that's when you need to start looking into actual programs. And I look at the gym as an investment. Like, yeah, it might be pricey for a gym membership depending on where you're at. But if you really want to better yourself and your body and your health, you're going to find a way to make that money. You know what I'm saying? Like, there have been situations where, you know, I was very comfortable with the money I was making, but I wanted more money. So I worked harder and I worked other jobs, like 2 jobs, sometimes 3 jobs at a time to fulfill those goals. So, you know, if you really want something bad enough, you're going to find a way, but you can build a healthy physique by doing at-home workouts and eating right. You know, you can start investing in dumbbells, and gym equipment is expensive. It is very much so expensive, but once you own it, it's yours. You don't got to pay any monthly memberships. You don't got to worry about other people using it. You don't got to worry about it breaking. So yeah, maybe start looking into like home gym stuff too. You know, because if you get yourself a nice power rack, barbell, couple plates, some dumbbells, sure, you're looking at like a couple $1,000 right there when everything is said and done. But you're gonna have that stuff for years versus the gym memberships, which, like, let's just say average gym membership is like what, $50 a month. Average $50 a month for an entire year. That's money. And then the commute time going to the gym and all that stuff. So the home gym can pay for itself if that's what you want, you know. Let's see. $5 super chat coming in from the homie Marcus Doyle Terrell. Do you think that with the popularity of Invincible, people will start taking stories in adult animation seriously? No, not at all. Because we've had this discussion before in the past. There's just something about animation in the Western realm where people just don't They don't look at it seriously, even if they're tackling serious stuff, like Dragon's Dogma, right? That got an anime on Netflix, and no one really talks about it like that. I don't know about the quality of it, but you know, even Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, like just look at the box office of that movie versus some of the worst superhero movies out there. The worst superhero, some of the absolute garbage, gutter trash superhero movies made more than Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And that movie, in my opinion, is a fucking masterpiece. Animation in general in this country is just relegated to, oh, it's for kids, you know? And if it's not for kids, it has to be hyper violent so we can show it's not for kids. You can't really have that happy medium, I've noticed. And that's very depressing because animation is, obviously, we're all anime fans here, it's a viable medium. It's a viable way of storytelling, especially long form animation. That stuff is great. But in the Western realm, it has to be episodic. Everybody needs to be able to jump on board with one episode. So the fact that Invincible was as successful as it was, I'm happy for it. But that doesn't mean that we're going to start getting green lights of all these other like other comic adaptations that are more gritty. I just don't think that's going to happen. That really sucks, man, because I would love for them to do an animated series based off Fable. You know, like not Fable the game, but Fables. It's what The Wolf Among Us was based off of. I would love that for that to get like an animated series. That would be perfect. You could sell that to, you know, everyone who likes grim dark takes on fairy tales. But nowadays people are just, they'd rather watch something like Once Upon a Time or those type of things. It sucks. But if there is some solace though, some of the adult animated shows we've gotten like Castlevania have been really successful, so there's something good. $6.99 Canadian coming in from my boy Colin. Wait, what? No. Rewind, Neo. $6.99 Canadian super chat coming in from Colin, my boy. Do you prefer smoking? I love how with Colin, it's one of three topics. It's either politics, Blu-ray, or fucking drugs. I love it. I fucking love it. All right. So Colin says, do you prefer smoking through using a joint, bong, dab pen, or something else entirely? I've tried using a dab pen for the first time last night. All right, Asbelant, permission to go off in a non-Christian YouTube chat? So, I mean, I'm gonna be real, man. Everyone knows I partake in the devil's lettuce. I mean, no shocker, everybody does these days. But I'm gonna be real. I just stick to the pens, man. I just stick to the pens, the carts. That's very convenient for me. There was a period in time where, you know, I had my own pipe and everything, and I would do that. But honestly, it got to the point where it was just like too much maintenance for me to do that stuff. Now, mind you, even though the pens are really convenient and you can get pretty stoned off of them, I mean, it just not compared to actual bud, man. When you have actual bud and you have like a whole bong, like the hits are something else, dude. But again, that comes with the maintenance, you know, that comes with having the equipment, having the bud on hand and all that stuff. Things might change though, because, you know, they legalized it here in New York, but it's going to be a while before we start seeing actual dispensaries pop up. Thank you for the permission, Asbel. I appreciate it. It's going to be a while before we see the dispensaries pop up, but once they start doing that, I mean, I might go back to, you know, rolling up and all that stuff. I've been dealing with the pens. Dealing is such a bad word, but I've been using the pens for like the past 2 years or so, especially in the past couple of months. Like I just bought myself a new cart recently, and I really do like it. I paid a lot of money for it, but it's really good, high quality stuff. And it's great because it's like, okay, like I said, it all comes back to the convenience for me, and that's what I like a lot. What about you guys? I know some people are here like, man, I've been using a bong since '93, bruh. Never giving it up. All right. Yes, Wolf Among Us is so underrated, you guys. And if you haven't read the Fables comics, it's so good. I'm gonna buy the hardcover copies soon. My mom hates animation. She refuses to watch Spider-Verse. And see, that's just that stigma. A lot of people, unfortunately, they think animation is for kids. And when you look at what are the top animated movies, they're all geared towards kids. Sure, they're all Pixar stuff, and some of those Pixar movies like Incredibles are made for all audiences. But the vast majority of animation people think is like SpongeBob. And it's funny because early SpongeBob is not kid friendly, even though it is. Man. $5 coming in from the homie Marcus. That really sucks, man, because in every other country, there's animation for kids, teens, and adults. Shaking my damn head. Yeah, that, it's just, like I said, America or the West, we just have this weird fixation on certain things, and we can't give up. I mean, to be fair, there's still people in this country who think racism does not exist. So I would not be surprised that the country that thinks that racism has been eradicated still thinks that animation is for kids. It's just not that hard, to be honest. Yeah, it sucks. I bought a fake cart for $60. I was so heated. Oh, man, no. You know what the thing is, Hikari? I almost got trapped in that, too. This dude who I used to buy carts from, he was selling me some, what he called premium shit. You know what I'm saying? He gave it to me for a deal because he was like, yeah, I got to liquidate all these things before I get new supplies. And I was like, I bet. So I bought it, and they were decent stuff, not as good as he said. But then I found out with that particular brand, it was very easy to buy fake carts. And the shit I had was legit, thankfully, but some people got like really burned off of that stuff. So yeah, I can see why, man. Yeah. Nah, every single cart that I buy from, like my sources, I vet them. If that makes sense. Like, how do you vet a street source? But I do my due diligence. I'll say that much. I'm too much of a wuss to even try it. I always say you should at least try it once. Some of your experiences might not be the greatest. Like, I remember one of my boys, I was with him the first time he got stoned. And when I say this man was somewhere else. Like, you would think he did shrooms the way he hit the bong the first time. He was fucking out there, man. He was like, yo, man, I just need to call people. And I was like, no, you don't want to do that right now. You just want to sit and relax and let's just watch Ed and Eddie, bro. That's it. And I remember I was sitting on the couch with him. I was cool. I was chilling, man. I just looked over. I see this dude. I don't think he blinked once in our hour of watching Ed and Eddie. He was just sitting up in that chair. He was just like. And I had flashbacks of the first time that I got stoned, and I was like, there it is. Alrighty. Let's see. We got a couple super chats coming in. $9.99 from the homie John McKinney. Jon Stewart, Jessica Williams, Susan Sarandon, Louis Black, and Jesse Ventura are the only celebrities I want to see running for president. That's it. That's literally it. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if, would you count Mark Cuban as a president? I mean, as a celebrity? I could see him probably running. Him, there's some potential talks that maybe Bob Iger might run. But yeah, if we're talking like celebrity, Jesse Ventura, I remember he's been at it for the longest time, man. He's trying, but I don't know. I feel like if they ever were going to get a celebrity, it'd have to be somebody with clout. That's the only way you can do it. You'd have to get somebody who's like on the level of Donald Trump in order to make make it a viable chance. I remember. Do you guys remember when was it Clay Aiken who ran? I think he ran for some. I don't know if it was Congress or Senate, one of the two. He ran for something. I remember Clay Aiken. $10 super chat coming in from Chocolate Asylum. Got to get going soon, but I had to ask. What's the wackiest fan base? What's the wackiest franchise crossover that you wouldn't expect, but it's just zany enough to work? Sunset City Podcast brought up Eggman with a Metal Gear. Oh my God. I could see Kojima doing something with Eggman. Just because Eggman, yeah, he's a goofy character, but when you get down to the nitty-gritty details, you can actually tell a compelling story with Dr. Robotnik. But if we're talking about like franchise crossovers that'll be just zany enough to work, that's a good question. Hold on. Franchise crossover. I want to do something with Kiryu from Yakuza. Where do I want to put him though? I mean, because the easy and safe bet is putting him in like Tekken. That's obvious. Guest fighter. But if we're talking something more serious, like making a whole game and a whole story out of it, Kiryu, I could see Kiryu. I could see Kiryu being in like Streets of Rage or something. That's not really too zany. It's still in the same wheelhouse. You get what I'm saying? Yakuza X Persona. I can see that. Yeah, that's actually perfect. Pi Studios. Ichiban in Persona. He's got like the dude. Ichiban is a bro. Ichiban is a big JRPG lover, so I'm gonna go with Pi Studio suggestion. Put Ichiban in Persona. I can see that. Let's see. Hey Neo, in case you remember that account, I'm Sir Alan. This is my secondary account, and I haven't stopped watching your content. Thank you for being you. You are awesome, man. Well, thank you, man. And no, I still remembered your name just because I remembered your icon and just Alan V. But yeah, I still remember, man. Don't worry. Thank you, man. Thank you for the support, man. But you call me awesome. No, man. You're awesome. That's how it is. Bro, I love Like a Dragon so much. Yes, it's so good. Let's see. I never started. This is from Don Otaku. I never started smoking because I didn't want it to eat into my video game budget. Yo, that's the thing, bro. Because all of my stoner friends, like when we were growing up, they was always broke, but they always had weed, which is so funny. And, you know, I'm actually glad I didn't start getting into it until I was much older and a little more established. Because the way I be seeing some people spend money on weed and shit, bro. Like for me, it's like if I buy a cart, it's much more economically friendly to my budget. Versus if I had to buy bud all the time. Like, yo. Because that bud can go quick. Alright, let's see. $2 from Flame. Phil Spencer for president. Game Pass for all. We're going to have universal Game Pass. You pay your taxes, you get Game Pass. Oh, take it easy, Lucky Diamond. Have a good night, man. Thanks for coming through. Okay, so I'm going to get back to some of these questions. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Safe Able 4 for me real quick. I'm trying to see something. Yo, Reed 94. I see you're choosing violence tonight. Take this block though. Okay. Dark Mondo says, kind of a random question, but how do you feel about Tetsuya Nomura? It seems like these days the mere mention of his name gets people tilted. You know, here's the thing about Nomura. I've had the same view of Nomura for like the past 8 years. He's just gonna do his thing, for better or for worse. I like how Nomura stays in his lane. He's not like one of those creators who gets on here and says, if you don't understand my vision, fuck you. He just gets on here, he tells his stories, and that's it. You rarely hear from Nomura. You only hear from Nomura when he's like promoting something he's doing. He doesn't really come out there. He's not that active, which, you know, I think he's in general not that active of a person. But yeah, you know, it's like I have issues with his way of storytelling at times. I have issues with his game development and how it takes 40 years and it really realistically shouldn't for the final product we get. But I don't got issues with him, you know what I'm saying? I know some folks are hurt by Kingdom Hearts 3, and as you guys know, I did a video. I did not like Kingdom Hearts 3 much. I mean, I liked aspects of it. The combat was great and the visuals were fantastic, but the story but I'm not like one of those people who are like gonna constantly be down his neck like, oh, you ruined this and blah blah blah. It's just I move on to the next game, man. I'm not like one of these people who harass Naughty Dog developers over The Last of Us Part 2. You know? That's just me. But like if Nomura comes out with Kingdom Hearts 4, I'll see what it's all about. I'm not gonna be excited because I want to see what they're doing. But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, no, fuck this shit, bruh. Fuck this shit. I just want to see something like hot from Kingdom Hearts. That's all I'll say. Guess who's Bizak? Yo. What's up, Rhino? How you doing, bro? What's up, bro? It's funny because Havoc was just in the stream earlier on, man. That's crazy. We got both of y'all in the streams, but not at the same time. That's crazy. It's like y'all the same person. What's going on with that, man? We need Persona on Xbox. I'm telling you, it's got to happen. Uncle Phil, he gonna make some calls. Have you seen Sung Kang is likely playing an Inquisitor in Obi-Wan Kenobi? Yes, I did see that read. And bro, I've been waiting for this Obi-Wan series. Dude, they announced this Obi-Wan series like 5 years ago, I remember. It was supposed to be a movie, then it became a show, then they delayed the show, and then they just like restarted the show. But I'm excited, man, because Obi-Wan's one of my favorite characters. He was a standout in the prequels. And I want to see what kind of story they're going to tell in this shit, bro. That's what I want. I want it to be like a deep character piece. I don't need it to be this grandiose epic. I just want it to be a few stories with Obi-Wan during this time, and then that's it, man. That's what I want. Oh, $4.99 super chat coming in from John McKinney. Would Judge Frollo and Shigo get along if they had to team up, or would they try to kill each other? Well, you see, here's the thing. On the one hand, I would say there'd be mutual respect because they're both villains. But at the same time, I don't think he'd fuck with Shigo, because Judge Frollo did not like harlots, and Shigo had some lip, so she'd probably tell him something. So they would definitely try to kill each other. Now that I think about it, John McKinney. Have you used Keymailer before? I have not, Pi Studios. $4.99 coming in from the homie J World. Neo, do you remember the old YouTube beefs in the anime community? Like you want a one versus Fo Jason? And have you ever had any beef with other content creators? Yo, oh my God, you just bringing it back, bro. That dude Yuana, for some reason, he was beefing with everybody, man. It was crazy because I was always on the sidelines just watching like, damn, this shit crazy, bro. Like, I remember it was Yuana 1, he fought Fo Jason, he fought Sasuke Sound 1, 2, 3. Only the old heads in this chat are gonna know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I remember those old beefs, man. This shit was wild. Cause from a very early age, my mom always told me, don't get involved with shit that is not your business. And I applied that to everything in YouTube. I just stayed away. I let people do their thing. Because people in the anime community, now I look at it, they fought about some dumb shit back in the day. I didn't understand it. But as far as me having beef with content creators, I've never had beef. There was like a couple back and forths, but never like, yo, I hate this person. Because that's just not my thing. Because at the end of the day, it's like, I'm on this internet shit to talk about games and anime and manga, and I don't got time to worry about what another man is doing. You know what I'm saying? If people want to make videos about me, that's on them. That's their time of day. That's their energy. But I don't know. It's just weird beefing over shit on the internet. It's very strange. I'm not saying that you rather beef in real life, but when you look at the stuff that people are beefing over, unless it's like some really serious, like hurtful shit, it's usually dumb as fuck. You know? It's like shit that's like, yo, really? Y'all arguing over this? Like, what? So yeah, man, I don't really get into beef with other people online. Like, it was so funny because I was on Twitter and I was commenting on one of my homies' tweets, and then someone tried to come in there saying that, oh, don't get involved in this, it doesn't involve you. And then I was like, what the fuck? And then everyone who saw it, because you know on Twitter when you reply to something, it shows everybody. They were just like, yo, this person's really like trying to step to you. Like, you don't have beef with anybody. It's like, I don't. I just come on here and I do my piece. But you know, people nowadays, they take issue with everything. But again, it's like I said earlier on in the day. Remember, you're living in their heads rent free, not the other way around. So it's very important. No, Shigo wasn't a harlot, bro. But remember, Judge Frollo, he just did not like strong opposition, strong women. And Shigo was a strong woman. So the second like something happens and maybe they don't see eye to eye, obviously she gonna talk back and he's gonna be like, witch, you know? Neo, they don't want the smoke, you have Hitman. Listen, I don't brag about that shit, bro. But yo, you know how it is, Rhino. Like sometimes you just gotta keep your peace. You gotta know what's worth energy and what's not worth the energy. Cause remember, like some of these dudes, like they be in podcasts for hours over beef. They be on Twitter over beef. And I'm just here to just talk about video games. Oh, you saw Shang-Chi, bro? Oh, Shang-Chi was on the plane already? Damn. Yeah, you've been on them flights, bro. I be seeing you taking trips all the time. You be at baseball games. You be at people's quinceañeras. You be living, bro. I like it. I like it. Let's see. Getting beef tonight with J-World. Is Batman Day today? I don't know, y'all. I feel like it's a different day for a different character. I found out it was like National Video Game Day. I was like, why is it National Video Game Day? What does that mean? Like, I don't get it. Like, is it like the founding of video games? I don't get it. Or do they just like say this is the date? We got a $5 super chat coming in from Marcus Doyle Terrell. Speaking of The Last of Us 2, what did you think of the ending? What would you have done if you were Ellie? So here's the thing. I love the ending and I hate the ending at the same time. I love the ending because of the creative choices. I actually didn't mind the whole back and forth between Abby and Ellie and the decision not to kill. Like, I didn't mind that at all because that was the point of the story and what they were trying to go with. So I agreed with it. Because, you know, the story about The Last of Us Part 2 was about the cycle of hatred and how everything is just a matter of perspective. So I started playing the game hating Abby, and then I was like, wait a minute. Oh, okay, I get it. So I didn't mind that. My issue with the game is that, like, I feel like the game overstayed its welcome for too long. Like, that game was way too long in some respects. And you know how it's like the game ended and you think it's over, and it's like, no, you have one more part left. And I was like, wait, what? So pacing wise, that was my biggest problem with The Last of Us Part 2. I feel like they could have shaved off a good like 6-ish hours of that game and it would have been perfect. Because there were some times in that game where I was like, yo, come on now, come on. Like, nothing about the story. It's just like the pacing was all over the place. But overall, like, I enjoyed the ending. I liked how it showed that, you know, even though she didn't go ahead and do that, she still, regardless, she'd still be broken on the inside. And would Joel be really happy with her if she had gone through with that? So yeah, I'm really interested now to see what they do with The Last of Us Part 3. If they do it, like, what's the story they're going to tell? Because they can't make it a story about revenge anymore. But then where do you go from there? Resolution? What would that resolution be? What are they going to team up like Batman vs Superman? You know? So it'll be interesting. We'll see what happens. Hey Neo, how do you feel about the animation style of What If? I don't think it looks very good. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it at all, Terrence. Like, there's some things that look really nice, but as a whole, like, to me, it's like, why didn't they just make this look like an anime? Like, why didn't they just say, yo, we're doing Marvel anime, and this is it? Like, I know they did Marvel anime before, but why didn't they just get, like, a studio, like, if Mappa wasn't working on 40 different things? Get a studio like Mappa, give them a budget, give them manpower, make this shit work. This, it looks like one of those cheap motion comics that we saw back in the day. Like, I don't know. It looks so off. The faces of the characters look really off. I don't like it. I don't like it. Some of the stories are nice, but it just visually is not too enticing. It looks so cheap. $6.99 Canadian super chat coming in from Colin, my boy. Do you think Spider-Man No Way Home should either be 2 hours, 40 minutes, or 3 hours, considering all the stuff that's potentially happening in that movie? That's a good question. So there have been a lot of, like, rumors speculating the length of it. Everyone's saying it's going to be the longest Spider-Man movie to date. Honestly, I think the length of the movie should be dictated on what they do in it. So I think a 2 hour, 40-minute runtime is perfect if that's what the story calls for. 3 hours, I think, is kind of pushing it, because I don't really think many movies need to be 3 hours, with the exception of something like The Lord of the Rings. But even then, that is an anomaly because it's based off of a book. This movie is not really based off of a book like that. It's their own interpretation, and it's just literally going to be a whole bunch of characters and stuff. Like, there's not going to be a lot of different events that don't involve Tom Holland's Peter Parker. The Lord of the Rings movies had different campaigns with different people and all the stuff they're doing. But in these Spider-Man movies, they're all about Tom Holland. So it would literally just be more time for Tom Holland and all the stuff happening. So I think 2 hours, 40 minutes is fine. Any longer than that, I think you're kind of pushing it. Because then again, it depends on like what they're going to tell in this story. Like, obviously we know they're going to do the story of Peter Parker trying to reverse everyone knowing his identity, and that's somehow going to tie into the multiverse. That's somehow going to tie into the Raimi movies and the Mark Webb movies. But I don't know if you really need 2 hours and 40 minutes. I don't think you need anything more than that. You get what I'm saying? Anything less, yes, but anything more, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when the movie comes out. Shigo versus Judge Frollo. Oh my god, is that the new death battle? Wow. Do you think Disney will ever make movies that dark again? No. The mouse is making way too much money. Like, they'll have movies that have some dark elements in it, but to that degree, no. The Renaissance era was there's a reason why they haven't made movies like the Renaissance era. Bro, people don't mind their business. Everything has to be a fight. Yeah, exactly, Johan. Exactly, bro. It's just like some people they go for confrontation, and then it's like they think they know you and they try and start beef, and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know. I miss joining your streams. It's been crazy building my new podcast like 10 million people are also doing. Hey, Inside Bite, it's all good, brother. You got to focus on you. You know, when push comes to shove at the end of the day, we got to focus on ourselves and what we're doing. So sometimes things take a back seat. Could be watching YouTube videos, could be gaming, you know. So it's all good, man. Godspeed to you on building that podcast, man. If it's something you really love, just stick with it, man. Just stick with it. Let's see. Neo, do you think Starfield is going to be good if you had to guess? I know no gameplay is out, but what would your guess be? If Bethesda can just make another great RPG on the level of Oblivion and things like that, I think Starfield's going to be good. I just have no opinion on the game because it's not, they haven't shown me anything. They really haven't. They've told me stuff about it. They've shown me behind the scenes, but until I see concrete gameplay, uninterrupted, I can't really get excited. But that's my general rule for everything, you know? Like PlayStation come out here and they can say like, yo, we're making this grandiose multiplayer shooter. What does that fucking mean? I don't know what that means. So I need to see gameplay. So I probably won't get excited for Starfield until we see that. Neo, did you play the Halo Infinite test, or are you doing the next one at the end of the month? So I'm actually going to wait until Halo Infinite comes out before I even touch the game. I'm just going to... I want to see this game in its purest form, and that's what I've elected to do. I'm just going to wait until it comes out just to experience it like it was any other Halo game. There's a National Cheeseburger Day, so go figure. Hey, I'll be down for that. I think that is today. Yeah, I think that is today, National Cheeseburger Day. And I only know that because of Doug the Pug. I like Abby's depth of fear when she's dealing with heights. Yeah, I like that too. Very human trait. Yeah, that Star Wars battle. That's the Star Wars battle. Wow. That Star Wars anime. Star Wars Visions. I like that. You know, different stories from different anime studios in Japan. That's cool. But man, I would just love if we can just get a solid Star Wars animated series that's not like CG. Just nice traditional hand-drawn animation would be incredible, dude. $4.99 super chat coming in from the homie J World. 10 years from now, bachelor lifestyle, slang and pipe, or wife with 2 kids and a dog. If we're talking 10 years from now, bro, probably wife, kids, and a dog. Honestly, that's it. Because for me, it's like I like this life I'm living right now. I'm chilling, no attachments, no strings attached. It's cool. But after a while, you just get kind of bored of it. But I'm not in no rush. Having that second option, J-World, depends on the quality of the woman. Like, I'm not going to be settling down with just to settle down. And then having kids and then wake up one day and being like, oh, I don't like my significant other. I can't do that shit, bro. Like, when I settle down, I want to settle down for, God willing, settle down for life with one person. Which is why, like, man, it's fucked up to say, but a lot of the people who I knew who got married in their early 20s, they're divorced now. Now, I'm not saying that's everybody. No, because one of my best friends, he's been married straight out of college, going on almost 10 years together. But I'm not in no rush to get married just because everyone's getting married, bro. I mean, more power to the married community and the people who are doing that. And they found their people. That's great. But whenever I see people saying like, yo, Chris, when you will get married and have a kid, I'm like, I'm good, fam. I'm good. Not right now, man. I'm Gucci. Did you see the 4K leak from No Way Home? There's no way that's fake. Yeah, I saw that shit. They caught this man not in 4K, not in 8K, but they caught this man in 16K. I just want this movie to come out, man. We got like 3 more months. It's going to be a long 3 months, guys. What do you think of the new Call of Duty? I haven't played it for myself because I'm not into Call of Duty like that. The last Call of Duty game I bought. Oh, shit. The last Call of Duty game I bought like on release was Black Ops 3. Damn, that was 6 years ago, y'all. Every other Call of Duty game I either rented or I got gifted to me, which I rented Call of Duty World War II, and then I got it on PS Plus. I didn't buy Black Ops 4. I didn't buy Modern Warfare, even though I heard the campaign and that's really good. And Cold War I got as a Christmas gift from Gabe. So yeah, no, the Black Ops 3 was the last Call of Duty game I really played. I got Infinite Warfare for free when I bought the Destiny DLC. That was really weird. But that campaign was good. I liked it. But yeah, I looked at this new Call of Duty game and it just, bro, I had a feeling because they were going dark on this shit, bro. Like normally they announce COD games months in advance, but they were like last minute with this shit. And just looking at it, I'm not saying that they can't fix shit, but the game is coming out literally in a matter of weeks. And it just, I don't know, man. Like all that behind the scenes drama, it seems like it's legit. My friend got married three years ago and found out last month they got divorced. Oh shit. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Yeah, the thing about Donald Taco's about to leave, so I'm not to brush over your comment, Corey, but Donald Taco just sent in a $2 super chat saying you gotta go, stay up, man. Same to you, brother. Look forward to seeing you again, man. Have a good one. But yeah, I mean, my condolences to your friend on that, bro. Hopefully it was an amicable divorce and it wasn't anything terrible, because that happened to one of my friends. Actually, I actually met him through someone here on YouTube, and we just all became good friends by mutual association. He got married and then he was divorced within a year. And when I heard that, I was like, what? Because he's not that type of person to just blindly rush into stuff, you know what I'm saying? But he married someone and it just ended up being that they worked out much better as friends as opposed to significant others, which is very different. You can be really good friends with somebody, male or female, or, you know, if you swing both ways, whatevs. But that doesn't mean that you can gel with them on the level of, okay, I'm going to give you everything. I'm going to give you my heart and my soul. And I think maybe they just kind of rushed into that and it just didn't work out. But, you know, they're still on good terms. So that's nice. But yeah, it's definitely, that's why I always say it's definitely not for everybody, which is why, you know, you got to know what you want out of life, man. You got to know what you want. That's it. That's literally all I could say as someone who's never been married. J World says, don't get married till you're at least 35. Yeah, that's what a lot of the OGs tell me. They tell me that, you know, just do what you got to do in your youth. Focus on having fun, then focus on your grind, your purpose, your passion. And then when you're ready and once you've built up a base, settle down. Now, obviously, there's some people who don't do that and they work out just fine. So there's obviously there's some exceptions to the rules, but I think the important thing is you want to make sure you're fully prepared, or at least on the right track, before you go get involved with kids and get married and do all those things. Because the thing a lot of people don't realize is that once you get married and you have kids, that's your life, man. The freedom and flexibility to do, like, if I wanted to, I could pick up all my things and I can move across the country to LA. I could just do that. Now, if I had a wife and kids, that's a different story entirely, because if, let's say, for example, I have this really awesome job opportunity out in LA, make double my salary, yada, 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 which in LA, if I made double my salary here, it'd be worse, probably, because, you know, everything's expensive there. In New York, it's expensive, but over there, it's even more expensive. But I would have to think about them, you know, if, let's say, my wife's job is located in New York and it's not out in LA, how would that work for her? And then let's say our kids, would we be able to find good school systems for them to the same degree? So there's a lot of things to think about, man. There's a lot of things. So that's why I'm not really in no rush to get married or really even be in a relationship. I was in a relationship for the past, like, you know, from like 2018 to 2020, mid 2020. So it's like a little over 2 years, 2.5 years. And, you know, we tried working things out a few months back. I wasn't feeling it, and so respectfully I had to decline. I'm like, I don't want to go into this. So yeah, I have no issues with that because I don't know. And I was talking about this with my sister because she's older than me, and obviously for women it's different as they get older. They think about this shit way more than us because they're on a clock. But then she was thinking to herself like, I'm so worried not for me, but because of what other people are going to tell me. That's why I have issues. So it's not the fact that she wants kids right now. It's literally just she wants people to stop asking her, when are you having kids? When are you doing this? And at that point, you got to realize those people, not all of them, but if that's like the sole topic of conversation, instead of like, oh, hey, what are you doing in your life? It's like you default towards kids. What do you got going on in your life then? Are your kids the only thing you got going on? You get what I'm saying? Like if let's say for example, let's take Marcus over here, right? Let's say Marcus is married, he has kids, he does that, yada, yada, yada. If I meet up with Marcus and I haven't seen him in a couple of years, we're going to be talking about what we've been doing and yada, 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 life and all that shit. But if I meet up with someone who I haven't seen in a few years and the first thing they say is, oh, so you haven't had kids yet? And I'm like, okay, so fuck me then. Fuck me and everything I'm doing. So yeah, I mean, I want to have kids at some point. I want to start a family and do that whole shtick. But it's just not in the cards for me right now. I'm perfectly content with, like, I don't got to worry about anything. I can just do me, mind my business, man. And that's it. That's it. Like, no, if there's anyone who's got kids in here, I do not begrudge y'all whatsoever, because I want to have kids at some point. But for me, I want to make sure it's with the right people, and just the way it is right now, there's just too much wishy-washy type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Colin says, I wouldn't have kids until I'm in my mid-30s. It's a huge commitment. Same thing. Everyone here is on the same page for the most part. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And it's not even a slight. Like, I'm not one of those people who are like, oh, y'all are never fun. Nah. I respect the friends of mine who we can't game as much as we used to, because they're like, yo, I gotta go change the baby's diaper, or I'm really sleep deprived, so I want to get some sleep, newborn hours, that type of shit. I don't begrudge that at all. That's awesome. I'm very proud. I'm glad you're in the kid's life as opposed to the alternative, which unfortunately we got a lot of deadbeat dads and mattress sleeping moms. That's all I'll say. And that's the worst part about it, because this shit ain't a game, man. That's a whole life. And like, let me tell y'all a little story right quick. So I matched with this one girl on Hinge a few months back. Asbel, if you're still here, bro, can I permission to not be a Christian YouTube chat? I don't see him in the chat. Either he's gone or he's just like, somebody call me. What? A $5 super chat from Marcus Doterrell. I swear more and more people be way into the honeymoon phase and thinking they're ready for marriage. You know what it comes down to, bro? Before I get into the story, if Asbel gives me permission, and if he's not here, I'll just tell the story. I think what it comes down to is that, especially now with social media, people just do things for others' approval. Like, I want to be cuffed up. It's cuffing season. Boo this, boo that, blah, blah, blah. Asbel, thank you, bro. I'm glad you're here. Boo this, boo that, yada, yada. And they just want that shit. Like, if I see somebody online saying, I just want this, and it's something so simple as a guy holding a girl's hand, you probably don't got much going on in your life. Like, I'm just gonna be real. If that is like you over there with the crying emoji, I wish it was me. Like, yo, come on now. That you got to aspire towards something else. Like, something like, go pick up a hobby. I don't care if it's crafting ducks. Like, craft a duck, then do that shit. But, people just want that shit for the social media. And they, like I said, going back to my sister, for other people's approval. And I like how a lot of people in our generation are kind of getting away from that, because that's not healthy or conducive, because it goes back to what we've been talking about before, where it's like people are doing things for other people instead of themselves. Like, I'm sure everybody in here can at least pull. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to date somebody, but if we all go up to the club, everyone here can pull or at least hold a conversation. Everyone here can do that. Like, it's not that hard. But what it comes down to is a lot of people think that for whatever reason, if you're like, something's wrong with you if you're not having kids or doing that. Like, I saw something online saying that if a guy is in his 30s and he doesn't have kids, he's a red flag. Like, this is the world we're living in. A lot of us are about to be in our 30s, and it's like we're red flags because we don't have kids. Now, mind you, we could have all this other shit going on in our lives, being successful, what have you, but it's like something's wrong with him. There's something mentally wrong with him. It's like, okay, sure, I'll go with that. Meanwhile, this chick has got 3 kids with no daddy in the picture. But anyways, the reason why I brought all this up is because, and this is just how fucked up the game is, y'all. I matched with this girl on Hinge back in August, right? Matched with this girl on Hinge. She lived about 30 minutes away, different state. And like I said, right now, respectfully, I'm just in a hump and dump sort of situation, no strings attached. I let it be known. I'm not trying to get into no relationship, but I respect people's time. So it's not like I lead folks on. Call it lame, I know, but I just don't disrespect folks' time. So I just say, listen, if you want to have a nice little no strings attached thing where we respect each other's boundaries and things like that, let's do it. And it's been pretty successful for the most part. So I matched with this girl, and she's a little older than me. She's in her early 30s, right? And like she looked alright. She looked pretty decent. Everything, the vibes were pretty good. We started talking. Of course, we transitioned out of the dating app into like Instagram and shit. And I find out that she's got kids, right? Now, mind you, like I said, respectfully, I'm in a no strings attached sort of situation, so kids ain't a concern for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't hang out one night because you gotta be with your kids, that is fine. That's your business. Relationship wise, I'll be real. I ain't gonna be no fucking stepdaddy. I ain't resuming save on another nigga's save file. I'm not doing that. If you want to do that, that's fine. No issues. I'm not trying to say I'm better than you. It's just not my prerogative, man. I want my seed. But yeah, so I found out she's got a couple kids, 2 kids from somebody else. And I'm like, oh, well, that's wow. But it's not my business. It is what it is. Right. So, we get to talking and everything. We're getting ready to set up a date and all that. And I remember that week in particular, I had gotten busy, so I couldn't hang out that week. I said, I'm really sorry about this, but can we move this to like next week? And she's like, sure, no worries. Right. And so I, like, obviously you want to keep up the conversations going in the chats. And I start seeing some of the stories that she be posting, right? And I'm not saying that like your social media is an indication to you and your personality and what you do, but bro, these are the type of stories that I would see her post. Mind you, she's a woman in her early 30s with 2 kids. Baby daddy ain't in the picture at all. Her first story that she posts is, I don't need no man in my life. I do everything I do for my kids. Typical single mother energy. We're all used to it, especially, like I said, if you're in your 20s and 30s, you see this shit all the time. I don't need no man. I can do this by myself, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, you know what? You do you, right? And then immediately afterwards, I see her post a story saying, I want the security and safety of a healthy relationship with the sex of a toxic one, respectfully. Mind you, this chick is in her early 30s with 2 kids, no baby daddy in the picture. Posting that. And then the next story, thirst trap. And then the next story, I just want to gag on someone's son's dick respectfully. And I'm just gonna be real. Y'all wonder why these women, listen, you like Kevin Samuel says, you will find 100 dudes to fuck you, but you will never find somebody who put a ring on your finger. That's what the game is like these days. That's what the game is like these days. People don't believe it. It's really that fucked up, man. It's really that fucked up. Yo. And listen, people can do what they do, man. People can do what they do. That's fine. But don't be surprised. Like, your actions, don't be surprised if you get what you put out. Like, I'm not saying you have to be a nun. I'm not saying that you got to be like prissy. I'm not saying that at all. But if you over here sending all these weird ass signals and then you're wondering why you can't find a good man. I mean, like, first off, you a single mother, you got 2 kids. Baby daddy ain't in the picture. Why are you entitled Like, I'm just be real. Like, your priorities should be your kids and only your kids. And the shit she's posting sounding like she's 16 years old. You can't be doing that shit, man. You can't be doing that shit. And the second I saw that, you guys, even though, like I said, this would be no strings attached, I can't. I was like, no, I am not gonna get entangled in that shit, bro. This man said Neo busts them out and rushes them out. No. I buy them breakfast in the morning. I have manners and decency, Marcus. Don't slander me. You know what's crazy though? When you take up on that offer and their gag game is next level and you're like, oh my god. Now, Jose, here's the thing though, bro. Here's the thing, bro. I've noticed that a lot of the Donald Talk is like, I'm back. I've noticed, Jose, the people that be talking the biggest game got the weakest game, man. That's one thing I've noticed. Because there was, Asbel, permission. Oh, Leon, you're 37, bro? I didn't know you were 37. I don't know. You said LOL JK, but I thought you were around my age, bro. You dead ass 37? You don't look 37, bro. This man said Neo bust them out and rust them out. I hate you. I can't get over that shit. Ugh. She bugging. She belongs to the streets. Yeah. Resume on some. Oh, y'all really like that save file shit though. They be running. He said yes. All right. Here's the thing though. Here's the thing. And I'll get to some. I love this chat. Permission hesitantly granted. All right. So here's the thing. All right. Here's the thing. Here's the fucking thing. Listen, nothing else leaves this stream. But there was this one chick who I met through a mutual, right? Someone from college. And, like she added me because, on Instagram, you like, there was a time where you could see what your friends liked and it popped up on the Discover page. I don't know if you still can. I haven't really been on Instagram like that. But, she added me because we had mutuals. I didn't know her. She didn't know me, but we got to talking and everything, right? And, I'm like, all right, the vibes are going pretty well. Let me ask this chick out. We went out. It was decent time, nothing too crazy. And then she starts getting saucy in the DMs. And me, I like to get a little saucy too. What can I say? I'm a flirt. I'm a fucking flirt, man. So we start getting a little saucy, right? And then she starts saying things, like really sensual things. And I'm going to keep it like PG-13-ish and everything. But she was just bragging about, throat game. That's what she was doing. And I was like, oh, word? Right. And so, one thing led to another. Bing, bang, boom. Ipso facto, poison to kill Cusco. I was like, okay, let's see what this is all about. Bro, I have never been so bored in my damn life before. Like, dude, I was just over here thinking I was going to get like the Throat Go Extreme Sloppy Double Back Super Turbo Hydro featuring Knuckles and Dante from the Devil May Cry series. Man, I was just sitting there and I was like, what the fuck, bro? And then mind you, like after, like, bro, you ever, man, this is going to sound really fucked up. You ever have to push somebody off because it's just you ain't feeling nothing? Y'all ever have to do that? Or am I the only person that's ever done that before? I hope it's not me. I hope it's not just me. I love how Maddie just joined the chat. He's like, wait, what are we talking about? Yo. So that happens. I had to push her off and I was just like, yo, man, turn around. Like, that's it. Like, literally, that's, and she, like, that to this day was the worst fucking blowjob I've ever gotten in my life, man. I felt nothing, bro. I felt nothing. I'm trying, listen, if we ever all meet up, do like an Ask Neo live, where we got wristbands, it's got to be 18 and up. I'll tell y'all some fucking stories, but there's only so much I can tell here. Because there's like kids watching this shit too sometimes. But yeah, man, it's just like, oh man. Sometimes you just, yeah, Maddie, we're talking about some of them stories, man. Them growing stories, man. I don't know, we got some people who haven't even commented all stream coming in here saying, yo, this is wild, bro. Yeah, you told her don't quit your day job. Oh, I'm screaming. I'm screaming, David. Yo, what's up, Darth Magus? She ain't turned the vacuum setting on full blast. Yo, J-World, what? Any plans to get a new iPhone? You know, I was originally going to upgrade to it, Sam, because, you know, I got that iPhone forever thing. So I can upgrade whenever I want. But honestly, man, I just... the only thing that would really get me to buy that iPhone is just the 120 hertz. And to me, it's not that big a deal. So if anything, I'll probably just wait till the 14 comes out. Throw games in the negatives, screaming. That's not halal, mate. I understand, dude. Getting at least doesn't sound it was bad enough. He's starting to get soft. Yeah, bro, it was not a good look. And then I remember, like, bro, I'll never forget that shit. Because after, you know, we finished and everything, and we were about to go to bed, I remember she tried to, like, cuddle up near me and shit. And she tried to kiss me on the cheek, and I was just like, ugh. Needless to say, I did not return any of her text messages, man. Yeah, if you guys have like the old, what the fuck did I pull up on? Yo, adult combo. Like I said, there's only so much we can talk about gaming acquisitions. But yeah, no, I mean, on my OnePlus 6 Pro, no, 7 Pro, I got like a 90 hertz refresh, and it's cool, but I mean, I can wait next year for 120 hertz. It's very solid, but I'm good, man. Neo, no. That's it. That's the story. That's the fucking story. That's it, Asbel. We're back to a wholesome Christian YouTube chat. This is wild, my man. But was she a PlayStation 5 or Series X fan, though? Man, from the looks of it, she was a Ouya fan. That's what she was. She was a fucking Ouya. All talk, no game. That's what she was. That's what we gonna call it going forward, man. That's our code word. Was she an Ouya fan? She was an Ouya fan, bro. Neo, what's your PC rig? I got an AMD 5700 XT, and I got a whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah, I bought this pre-built last spring, and you know, it runs most games I want like at 1440p, 60 frames, solid. But I don't really game on PC, so for me, it's primarily more for like editing, streaming. I can game on it definitely, but I'm not, you know, like I wouldn't know all my parts of my PC. We bringing games back to the TV, y'all. Neo, can you sing Wade in the Water to prove you're a Christian? Oh, I'll sing the Battle of Jericho, man. I'll sing the Battle of Jericho. I'll sing that. I'll sing Old Man River just to know that was me singing. That was me during that fucking blowjob, y'all, man. Old Man River. Neo stories on another level. Listen, I'm sorry. So I can't talk about what company Xbox is going to acquire for the 80th time this week. Like, I just got my Persona 5 soundtrack on vinyl. Oh, that's awesome, Maddie. You know what's fucked up? Amazon canceled my pre-order of, I don't think it was Amazon, it was probably the distributor, but they canceled my pre-order of that months ago, and I didn't realize it till like a month ago, and I was so pissed. $2 super chat from Flame. Was more Series X talked up power undelivered? Oh no. He said that girl was the Series X. Talked up power but undelivered. No. Do not disrespect my baby, the Series X. The Series X can do quick resume. That chick, that thing was anything but quick. That was just a long, thorough, not rewarding. There's nothing at the end of it. Nothing worthwhile. It was sad, bro. I appreciate that, Pi Studios. Okay, but there was a couple other questions I gotta score back. I gotta go back. Hold on. Let me try to bring this chat back a bit. Somebody say fruit snacks? What? I dated a couple foreign students on my college campus, and it was quite an experience how they perceived dating. That's interesting, Grimdark. Can you share some of those stories? Because I've never dated like relationship foreign girls. I had some flings, and those flings were fun, but I've never dated. What's that like? I want to hear that. Say what now? Knuckles, Dante, my guy, LMAO. I ain't kink shaming, but sheesh. I can't wait to watch this playback. It's gonna be funny, man. Funny thing is, I'm 25 and I was dating a 35-year-old at a time. She was expecting me at 25 to be a stepdad to her 2 kids. I had to get out of there. Oh no, I gotta read this again, y'all. Funny thing is, I'm 25 and I was dating a 35-year-old at the time. She was expecting me at 25 to be a stepdad to her 2 kids. I had to get out of there. HK, man, there you go, man. Get out of that shit, bro. You can't do that. Bro, what do you think? Just think about that shit for a second. You're 25. You don't even know what you want to do in your life. Hell, I'm almost 30 and I still don't know what I fucking want to do when I grow up. But to be a stepdad to 2 kids? Oh, no. That's 2 kids, 2 car seats, 2 levels of responsibility. I can't do that, dude. I'm 22 and I still haven't been in a relationship. I keep it moving, though. Hey, Julian Harris, man, keep that shit moving, man. Focus on you and what you want to do. But I will say this much, and I know some of y'all might disagree with me. I still think that y'all should get out there and date. I think you should date just to figure out what you like, what you don't like, and to have dating experience. Because take it from me, it's very easy to say something when you're not in a relationship, but when you have time with that person, when there's love, you start bending your rules a little bit and you make exceptions. So that's why I always say date, just to see your resolve. That's why I always tell people to do it. And just to have fun, man. Just to have fun. Neo, I'm going to be real with you. I still haven't secured a date. Not rushing to change that, but damn. Johan, you got to go at your own pace, bro. You go at your own pace and you just keep trying, man. Because there's always somebody for everybody. That's it. That's why I get hookers. Damn. I love how it's just like we got different levels of shit. And then Leon's like, yeah, that's just me, man. Hookers. Let's go. Day 21 of me asking when is the Doki Doki stream, Neo. I just said that, Ghost Rider. It's coming back this week. If all goes according to plan, Sunday night. Tomorrow night. All goes according to plan. I ain't never touched a girl, and no jokes. Well, I mean, you just gotta... Hey, man. Like I said, you go at your own pace. That's all I can say. Her head game was cyberpunk status. Oh, no. Oh, no. This man said her head game. Was there a yellow chair involved? Did you get head in the yellow chair? Oh my God. We are just a whole bunch of degenerates, and I fucking love every single one of y'all. I'm gonna take the fattest hit of this pen in y'all's honor tonight, man. Who's lighting up after this stream? I want to know. I'm trying to see something. I got to work on my own self-confidence issues first. You know, Sir Scrubtastic, dude, in my early 20s, it's so weird I can say that now. In my early 20s, I had huge self-image issues, self-confidence issues. I always thought that, you know, people were saying things about me in a room when they really weren't. Like, I had a bunch of those issues. But honestly, what really helped me was finding a way to channel that into something I didn't do. So for me, it was going to the gym and working out. And that really helped me get over that hump of everybody watching you all the time. So to me, that was like not only a trial in exercise, but me just realizing that, oh, yeah, everyone is going to be watching you because that's what everybody does. And it doesn't matter at the end of the day. All you can control is yourself and how you react. So yeah, I totally understand that, bro. But you know, you take that shit day by day. Self-confidence issues isn't something that happens overnight. I remember the first time I cold approached a woman, I was so fucking terrified, bro. But the thing is, you get better with it at time. And it gets to a point where it just becomes natural to drop in conversations. And even now, I'm still nervous every now and then when I talk to somebody. But I'm a hell of a lot better than I was a few years ago, which is what I'm very, very happy about. Because that's what it's all about, guys. Self-improvement over a long period of time rather than forcing yourself to be somebody you're not. Only time she said yes was when I asked, so restraining order. Yo, Flame, what the fuck? Flame is a menace to streams everywhere. I cheated on my first girlfriend. Oh, no. Oh, no. Listen. No. No, we don't do that here in this chat, bro. We are a bunch of wholesome men who don't cheat. Damn, Dono Taco. But you know what? I'm glad you admitted on it, and you ratted on yourself, and hopefully you're better now. That's all I can say. He's like, we can't be doing that. Real men don't cheat. Ban the cheater. No. Guys, this is a learning experience. This is a learning experience for the homie Dono Taku, and he's better because of it. You ever get stares from PYTs at the gym? My brain is kind of fried at the moment, Pi Studios. So can you break that down for me, PYT? Because we've been streaming for like a little over 2 hours now. I would light up if I wasn't on this medication. Damn, J World. I definitely gotta make my way down to where you live, bro. We gotta hang out. It's been a long time coming. I gotta meet LaFoot4 in person. I gotta meet the guy who's so fly with his Facebook profile pics. You mean a pretty young thing. You mean a pretty young thing. Yeah, I've gotten that a few times. But here's the weird thing about pretty young things in the gym, bro. They be staring at you, but they don't make a move. They expect you to do that, bro. When I'm in the fucking gym, I'm not there to mac, bro. I'm there to fucking work. I'll occasionally talk, but when I see some women just be staring at me, I'm like, yo, you know you can just talk to me. You know what I'm saying? But they want you. That's their way of shooting their shot. By staring at you, that's their way of shooting their shot. Low-key always wanted to be part of an affair. Oh my God, Cutter Freeman. I can't lie. I have thought about that before. But here's the thing. I would never cheat on my wife and be a part of the affair. But listen, all I'm saying is that if she threw it my way, I'm not gonna be like rushing to catch it. But you know, I might have my hand out like that. You know what I'm saying? I got like a long wingspan, so maybe, I don't know. But yo, I mean, like, it's okay. Hold on. Before y'all fucking cancel me, hold up a second. I'm dead. He said, guys, let's just stick to threesomes right now. Where is this chat going? Listen. Okay, here. Stop. Everyone. All right, everyone need to calm down. Jay Ransom says homewreckers. No, listen. All right. Okay. Let me paint the picture for y'all. All right. I'm at the lounge, right? I'm at the lounge, and, you know, I'm chilling, minding my business, and Cutter Freeman's like, let's go. This man's a little too excited for that. All right, so I'm at the lounge. I'm minding my business. I got a nice Manhattan drink, chilling, and, you know, this pretty young thing. You know, she not a pretty young thing. She's a fine young thing. She come over here, right? She come over here to my vicinity. And we get to talking, right? We get to talking, and the vibes are immaculate, and it's great. And, you know, one thing leads to another. We go upstairs to the hotel, and, you know, we do our business. That's it. And, you know, we have a good rapport, a good relationship. How in the world am I supposed to know that she's married if she don't got no ring? Because for all I know, she could just be like anybody else. If she don't got that ring on the finger, nah. But if she got a ring on the finger, hell no. I can't do that. If I see the ring on the finger, nah. But if she's just like any old random person, hey, how would y'all know? I want some of y'all like pearl clutches in the chat. How the fuck would y'all know? Jose's like, absolutely. That's it, bro. Oh, this man, yo, we are something else in this chat. Where did this chat go? I'm dead. He said, I've never cheated, but I've been the one the girl cheats with. Oh, damn. Jay Ransom was just ready. Jay Ransom was ready with the fucking akimbo. He's like, it's not, Neo. It's time. He's like, you saved yourself. Did she have an imprint from the ring? Okay, Ghost Rider. I'm going to get her hand under the light so I can look and see. Acceptable. That's all I'm saying. There was one chick who was trying to talk to me. She was in an open relationship, and I'm not opposed to that, because if you actually in an open relationship and both y'all do your thing, that's fine. But she was trying to talk to me. I was not trying to talk to her. Ring tan line. Was it like a murder mystery? I'm screaming. Issa said, a ring on the finger is a green light for me. Yo, Issa says, yo, I'm hanging out with Issa right now, right? He'd be like, yo, this chick wants me, bro. I'd be like, yo, that chick, she married, bro. He says, so what? In every soccer game, they have a goalie. This man, like, yeah. I'm done with y'all. Cynthia says, never had a girlfriend before and I'm chilling. Hey, like I said, you go at your own pace. That's fine. The Polish foreign student I dated told me kissing on the hand is old-fashioned and out of style. They don't like the gentlemanly gestures and attitudes. All right, I'm going to be honest. In my years of dating, I've never kissed somebody on the hand. I've never done like, you know, like, oh, my lady. I've never fucking done that shit. Never, bro. Not even to the older women in my life, man. Never done that shit, bro. I see it all the time in the fucking like movies and TV shows. It's like, people don't do this fucking shit, bro. The only time I ever kiss a girl's hand is if I'm holding her hand and like, let's say we're at the movies or something. I'll be like that. That's it, man. I've never seen anybody do that shit. Or also like, I'm gonna take my jacket off, put it on the ground so you can walk over a puddle. This is why some people got it so fucked up. Why don't you walk around the puddle? I never understood that. Am I going crazy here? I never understood why they did that. That was just so dumb. Common Rider 08 says, well, I'm trying to find a girl that respects me for my feet fetish. So yeah, I figured since it's us guys, we can reveal that stuff. Yeah, on no funny shit. Common Rider, there's a lot of women I know who are into that shit. There's a lot of women I know, and it's so fucking weird, dude. It's so not weird in the sense, your fetish is your fetish. That's fine, provided it's not getting into creepy territory. But like, I know dudes, they're just like, to them, they're like, I like women who got pretty feet. And I'm like, I can't say anything against that. I like my women to have pretty feet. But, you know, yeah, we're amongst dudes here, and there's probably some women in here too. You know, it is what it is. Wait, I kiss a lady on the hand. You ain't gonna do that? Yo, Marcus Doterrell be coming out there. When Marcus Doterrell shows up, he be just like this. He bows, and he's just like, my lady. That's Marcus. Oh, God. Let's see, hold on. There was something I wanted to read. Corey Gryffindor said it. Where is it? I just saw it. Guys, let's just stick to threesomes right now. Yo. Threesomes are cool. You gotta be with the right people, though. Because if you ain't with the right people, man, threesomes ain't fun. Oh, damn. I should have said Asbel. Permission. This man said I got a married woman fetish. I'm done. And you said I was toxic, y'all. This man says he doesn't date no single women. Most Poles wait 15 minutes before calling it quits, a custom which has an origin in academic life. In Polish schools and universities, never been late for a Polish date ever. Oh, okay. You know what? I like that, Grimdark. I like that because I'm going to be real. Nowadays, if you're going to be late for a date, you got to let people know ahead of time. Like, if I'm ever running late for something and I know I'm going to be late, I always text. Even if it's 15, 20 minutes, I said, hey, I'm running a little late. This is my ETA. I'll be here at this time. And in most cases, I send them the GPS ETA. But if, like, let's say you're on a date and someone's not there in 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, I get the fuck out and I'm not going to call them ever again. Thankfully, that's never happened to me. I've never been stood up. But dude, just imagine that. That's fucking bullshit. Like, I can understand being 5 minutes late, but you can't convey that you're going to be a little late. So yeah, 15 minutes, I understand that. I understand that, bro. I got a live human girl fetish. Well, I hope you do, Ghost Rider. I hope you do. Yo, you know what the crazy thing is, Kamen Rider? My ex's boss was saying that he prefers threesomes with 2 guys and 1 girl. And at first when I heard that, I was like, what the fuck? Like, is he kind of, you know, whatever? But he's an older guy. He's much older. And he was just saying, yeah, it's kind of hard to satisfy 2 girls in my old age. So, you know, I need a tag team partner. And I was like, what? I was like, huh? Run that by me again? Actually, no, don't run that by me again. Nah, Marcus, we're not talking about that, bro. We're talking about that old school style of you take the hand like you're on a date, like, oh, well, this date's been fun, and you kiss goodnight like that. We're not talking about just random kissing on the hands, bro. We're not talking about that. I just find it funny when ladies say you're corny or a creep for being nice and courteous on a date. Had that happen to me many times. Honestly, HK, if any girl tells you that, get the fuck out. Remove them off social media. Don't communicate with them. You ain't, nah. If being nice is corny or a creep, those are not the women you need to be hanging out with. And me and my homie J World, we talk about that shit all the time. Like saying that, oh, this guy is boring. And when usually a girl says a guy is boring, 9 times out of 10, that means they want someone who's going to disrespect them. Because when someone disrespects them, it gives them spice in their dull life. And I'm telling you, this is not me being facetious, but that's what it means. Because I be looking at some of these guys that these girls call boring, and I look at the convos, and he's just being respectful. He's not trying to like thirst after them, not trying to do anything like that. And I'm like, you gonna say that guy's boring? Or it's like if he's into something that they're not into. Like, okay, let's say he's into video games and all this shit. Like the stuff that we do. Oh, he's boring. As opposed to what? What do you want me to do? Slinging crack on the street? You want me getting into drive-bys? Like, what the fuck do you want? You know what a lot of those type of women want? They want someone who cheats on them constantly. That's what it fucking is, man. They want people who are assholes. But like I said, that's those select women. Not all women are like that. Which is why it's very important. I always tell guys, even though there's a bunch of garbage out there, you still have to sift through that BS to find the good ones. Because not all women are like that. It just sucks because that's the majority of the women who are on social media. You know? Cutter Freeman's like, so they want me. Oh, there we go. You got someone like Cutter Freeman. There you go. Take that shit, bro. All right, guys. Time for me to head home from work. I'll see y'all later. Have a great night, friendos. Good night, sir. Scrubtastic. Good night, my friend. Thank you for coming to the stream. Hopefully this stream helped you through the end of your work shift, man. And, you know, until I see you on the next one, man, stay blessed. If my girl can beat my times in Monkey Ball 2, she da won. Oh, damn. That's kind of a high bar to clear. Issa Name said, I agree with the 2 men and 1 woman. Woman in front of me, man behind me. Yo. You know what? It's 2021. Love is love, Issa Name. You do you, man. And I keep calling you Issa because that's my coworker's name, even though your name is Issa. This man is, yo, this is, it's thus Saturday up in this shit. Now, the French foreign student I dated told me they hate blind dates and mostly date within their social circles to find partners. Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of American culture is like that too. You know, most of the time it's like you introduce somebody, a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend. So yeah, I can see that. There's this one girl in my art class and the only social media I can find is her LinkedIn. My kind of woman. Yo, this man said, hey, yo, girl, I saw you on that LinkedIn. Ooh, I like those connections you got. Y'all, it's terrible. I just need a girl that loves Kingdom Hearts and Resident Evil. What if I told you she loved Kingdom Hearts Recoded and the Resident Evil live action movies? What if I told you that, Corey Gryffindor? Think about that. Give that man the Deadpool status. Oh yeah, that's National Women's Appreciation Day for him. Oh God. Oh, you guys are a fucking trip, I swear. You guys are a fucking trip. But yeah, guys, I think it's about time for us to wrap up tonight's stream. We're gonna do rapid fire real quick for the next couple of minutes. I'll go till 9:10, so we got 7 minutes. So rapid fire questions. On the topic of dating, how do you handle the check on the first date? Are you fully on board with the 50-50 split? So here's the thing. Here's how I run it. I'm the GOAT. As a general rule of thumb, if I'm going out on a first date with somebody, I always pick up the tab. That's just always what I do. If I ask them out, I always pick up the tab. Absolutely. Because I'm asking you for time out of your day to go out on a date, right? And even if it's kind of like a mutual thing, or maybe she asks me out, I could split it depending on things and how I'm feeling. But if the tab is like, let's say, for example, the tab for us is, let's say we go out, we have entrees, we have 1 or 2 drinks. Let's say the tab is under $100, right? I don't mind picking that up. And if it's an L on my part and it really doesn't go anywhere I like it, and then it's an L on my part. But I'm not really into the whole splitting thing unless something shady happens. Like, let's say, for example, I go out to eat. I only get one entree. She's getting like 4 drinks. She's getting all this shit, all that. I'm like, nah, fam, that's it. But if it's like a mutual thing, like we both ate a certain, like the same amount, I'll be like, yeah, I'll pick that up. Why not? Fuck it. But the thing I always try to tell dudes is do not be afraid of asking to split the bill. Fuck it, because the only time I would ever ask to split a bill is if I'm really not feeling this vibe at fucking all, man. Like, this is terrible. This is terrible. I'll be like, yeah, no, 2 checks. That's it. Because if you're never gonna see them again, who the fuck cares if you ask to split the bill? Oh, he's cheap, whatever. But if I ask them out on a date, I always pay for the bill. I've had women ask me out on dates and they've paid for the bill, which is fucking awesome. So yeah, that's what I do. Let's see what else. Instead of what's on your social media, we got to say to these women, hey, what's your LinkedIn account? We need to know if they got a career or not. Hey, that's true. Trapped in my psych. Why can't people just be themselves instead of being someone else? Because people do not want to face their fears. People don't want to reach out to the truth on who they are. It's much easier to try to pretend to be somebody else because that's what you view as acceptable in society. And we've all done it at some point or another in one way, shape, or form, or fashion. But it takes a lot of time to come into your own and be your own person, because the thing is, you're going to be your own person. You're going to realize that not everyone's going to like you. And that's 100% fine, because just like we have this band of misfits, this band of degenerates in the group chat, no judgments, shared around, like those are the type of people you want to be around. You don't want to be, because the thing I look at it is like this. If you spend all this time, money, and energy trying to be what other people think you should be, you're living their life, not yours. And they're still not going to like you. So there's that. What if Disney acquires Sony? They would own the anime scene with Crunchyroll, Sony Pictures, PlayStation. What are your thoughts on this what if scenario? I kind of don't want Disney to buy Sony, because at that point we literally are moving towards a monopolistic society. I mean, when they bought Fox, I mean, that was a big deal, but I didn't really view it as too bad considering there's still a lot of players in the game. But if they buy Sony, it's like, dude, now you have 2 entities right then and there. And I would also question what they seek to gain from that, you know? Because they make way more money on their iPhones than they ever would with a PlayStation. What's your girth, bro? That's on a need-to-know basis. Are you going to do a Shin Megami Tensei 5 video? Yeah, I'm going to pick the game up when it comes out. I can't date a girl who's a Sony pony. Like, are we talking like a fanboy? I can't date someone who's as extreme as a fanboy, but I'll date a gamer, you know? Because at least they'll understand me on gamer shit. I don't need them to understand everything about me, but they'll know that sometimes you just need your own. You need a couple hours to be in your zone when you game. Can you connect with me on LinkedIn? Raises eyebrows aggressively. Neo, do you think she'll understand the deeper meanings behind Nier Automata? I can't handle the heartache. Dude, I would love to have a fucking conversation about Nier Automata with a significant other. If that would ever happen, oh my god, dude. That would be like we talk about it, we're like, oh my god, and then we'd have sex, and then after sex, we'd go back to talking about it. It'd be the craziest thing. I love how there's all these LinkedIn jokes. This is crazy. Ask these girls what their credit scores are on the date. It reveals a lot. Yeah, that's true. But honestly, I don't get into that stuff unless I really see the potential in the J world. So if I'm on a first date with somebody and I already know this is just going to be a hump and dump scenario, I'm not going to get into their details about what they do. But if I'm actually trying to court them and I see potential and the vibes are there, then that's when I'll start asking those questions. Let me face my fears. People don't want to confront themselves. That's why they get so defensive when someone calls them out or makes them see the toxic parts of themselves. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Now, what if you're not 6'2"? How should you be? Well, here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. Your height is kind of irrelevant, because I've seen dudes who are like 5'4" pull, bro. And it's the craziest thing, because, you know, all these girls are like, I don't like short men. Ooh. But when I see some of these dudes pull up, I'll be like, damn. It's all about how you present yourself, how you carry yourself. That's all it is, man. Yeah, I told you. Everyone here be asking random questions. Yeah, that Persona 4 reference won't slip past me. That's true. That guy definitely needs to know. You're gonna pick up Shin Megami Tensei 5 when it comes out, but didn't want to buy Tales of Arise. Hey, listen, no. Shin Megami Tensei 5 comes out at a different time than Tales of Arise, Jay Ransom. So I'll have more free time when Shin Megami Tensei 5 comes out. That's why. That's why, bro. It's not like I was ducking Tails. Not like I was ducking Tails. Let's see. I need a girl like 2B, strong personality with a nice ass, bro. That's the fucking dream. That's the dream right there. Big titty anime girlfriend. That's what it is. Do you watch anime as often nowadays? Not as much as I used to back in the day, Omar, but I've definitely watched a lot of anime in like the past year or so. Like I watched Vinland Saga. I caught up with Attack on Titan. I watched Erased. What else? I rewatched Toradora. I watched Yona of the Dawn. I'm rewatching a lot of Lupin the Third at the moment. I watched Demon Slayer. What else did I watch? Fruits Basket. I'm finishing that up. There was some other shit I watched too. I'd have to check my list of series. Oh, I rewatched Code Geass. I'm rewatching Gurren Lagann right now. Shoot, I rewatched Death Note. I rewatched a lot of shit from like the 2000s. Yes, I've seen Shang-Chi. Let's see. Okay. I think that's just about everything. I think that's just about everything. Yeah, it's just about everything for the night, you guys. So it's that time. It's that time of the evening, y'all, for us to wrap up. We went on for almost 3 hours. You pronounce Lupin wrong. I say Lupin the Third because that's just how I grew up because they called him Lupin, you know. So I like that. New Shaman King dub is trash. Oh damn! Don't tell me that. Fuck. But yeah, it's time. It is time, y'all, for our end of stream. You guys know that with all these live streams, we do something called a hydration check, which is basically a fancy way of saying y'all motherfuckers got to drink your water and stay hydrated because we cannot be out in these streets being thirsty. You want to know what happens when you get thirsty? That's right. You end up in the DMs of a chick that's got 2 kids, and we do not want that to happen. We ain't trying to be no stepfathers around here. This stream was fucking crazy, bro. I can't right now. I can't. But yeah, I'll give y'all like 20-30 seconds more time to go grab yourself a beverage, preferably water. I know we got a lot of alcoholics in this chat. We ain't trying to do that. So everyone grab your water right quick. I gotta find where my water went. I had a water here, but now it's gone. Hold on. I'm tired of living and scared of dying. That old man River's really in my head now, man. Shit. You know, the crazy thing is when I was in high school, I used to sing the tenor part of that song. But I think now I could definitely nail the bass, man. But yeah, is toilet water good? I don't know. Drink it and find out. And if we don't see you on the next Ask Neo Trapped in My Psych, well, we've got our answer. I've got our answer. I'm ready. 2-liter bottle of water ready. Oh, damn. He's going to drink a lot. But yeah, so unfortunately, I have a liter bottle, but I've only got a little bit of it. But I put more of a handicap on myself because this is cold seltzer. And y'all already know that's harder to get down than the regular stuff. That's what she said. But yeah, let's go ahead and start a hydration check, ladies and gentlemen. So ready? On the count of 3, y'all. We got 3, 2. Is mayonnaise an instrument? Well, yes. 3, 2, 1. Hydration. Oh my God. Drinking cold seltzer, I do not advise chugging. I do not. But we gonna get through this. No water. I'm pumping gas though. Damn, he ain't gonna be on the next Ask Neo stream. He ain't gonna be on the next Ask Neo stream, that's for certain. All right, we're gonna finish the rest of this, y'all. Okay, almost there, man. Whew. All right. Hydrating at 2 a.m. is not a good idea. I'm gonna need to piss. But you know what? You're gonna piss out that good stuff, man. And not blood. And you wanna know why? Because you piss out blood when you end up in the DMs of a chick who's got 2 kids, and we ain't trying to be no stepfathers around here, you guys. Anyways. Anyways, yo. Thank you guys so much, as always, for coming through to the stream. I saw a lot of new people into this stream who I haven't seen in a while. Some new faces I've never even seen before. And of course, a lot of the OGs and the regulars. So thank you guys so much for spending your Saturday evening, Sunday morning with me, man. It's just fucking awesome. You guys are the best. You guys know where to find me as far as all my social media outlets are concerned. Twitter.com/NeoGameSpark. That's where I have the most amount of fun. And if you are all still watching the stream and you haven't hit the like button yet, definitely hit that like button. It helps out the channel tremendously. Excuse me. And as always, thank you to all the super chat donations. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, I think that's Jesus Christ. All the burps are coming. Thankfully, it's not a verp. That'd be terrible. But thank you guys so much as always for being the amazing people that y'all are. In the words of the immortal Keanu Reeves, you're breathtaking. And I'm gonna see y'all on the next stream. If all goes according to plan, tomorrow night we will be resuming Doki Doki live stream. We're gonna see if maybe we can finish it up all in one go. The jury is still out as far as that's concerned. But yeah, you can definitely check back next week. I'm going to be uploading 2 videos, one of which is going to be impressions on Tales of Arise after I hit 15 hours. And then the second one's going to be, it's kind of an old topic now, but the discussion of, does Xbox need a Marvel superhero game, or does it need more licensed IP games? I never really got a chance to talk about it on the channel, so I think that'll be a really interesting discussion. But yeah, you guys, for me to you for now, my name is NGS signing out, and like always, I will catch you guys later. Peace out, y'all. Have a good one.